everybody, and welcome to Equinox, a Dungeons and Dragons game featuring
Hey.
these lovely people. How have you all been, everybody? It's been a week, and a great time was had by all. But how are you all?
Yeah.
More fantabulous than ever.
More fantabulous than ever? Well, that's what we like to hear.
I'm more fantabulous than Kevin though.
You're more fantabulous than
Kingdom Come
Kevin.
Yeah.
One
Kingdom
up and
Come
me.
Deliverance 1 was on sale, so I bought it, and now I'm playing it, and it's
Oh,
pretty
that's
fun.
great. I
I'm
love that for
struggling.
you.
I'm
So, we're going to do something different for once. How about starting with the wonderful Vakor? Why don't you introduce yourself and who you play for? Because we've moved to Monday, we might find people who don't know who you guys are.
I don't know who I
Maybe a
am.
good thing, maybe not a good thing.
That's tricky, bud.
I'm Velcor, and I play the cowboy style warlock called Marshall Shady Mathers,
I thought
and
you
I'm
were
a lovely
James.
guy. Just ask anyone.
Okay, with that dusty bone.
Hi, I'm playing Wicked Willowstick, the tiefling druid. And
I love that.
I am a influencer who's recently had her whole life turned upside down by the plot.
Like I said, love that for you. Rosewood.
I'm Rosewood,
Feels
and
really
I
superfluous to add the extra I'm in there. But okay.
well, that's my name. I'm
I know.
Rosewood. I'm Rosewood.
Yep, continue.
And I play as Habru Escuagiriet, a uh uh inspiring blade master slash blacksmith who is just really going through it with this group.
He really is, isn't he?
It's all right,
Every
brother.
day is a new
We
day
got you,
of
brother.
Christ.
And finally, left foot Kevin. Not right foot Kevin, only the left foot Kevin.
We got rid of the right
Kevin
foot guy.
is my evil twin brother. My name's Leftfoot Kevin, and I play Richard Feynman, who needs his name updated in the Twitch. I've just noticed. Um,
Uh,
yeah, our lovely DM Tegan has saved me for last because I am the best. I'm a monk, dragonborn with dragonborn style problems. And
there you go.
I want you all to know that when I'm Rosewood says he goes through it with this group, he really means one of us, and it's me.
His best buddy in the whole widest world.
Oh! Yeah,
It's
that's
like a
the
buddy
noise I
cop
live
movie.
for.
Exactly.
Oh, lovely.
Because as of last week, we have been in Habaru's hometown of Wolfwater in the plane of Anthalamia, which is at least the home vague-ish material plane, at least within this setting. They decided not to fight a giant crab known as Forshan, Master of Crabs, after he had been banished here by the party in a session previous. But it turned out that they have somehow made friends with it, at least for the time being, which did lead the group to following a whole heap of corrupted, poisonous crabs into the forest. They followed it for a while. One of the crabs did indeed get armed by some members of the group, and it immediately tried to fight Habaru, which Habaru was not having a bar of it. But after realizing that there was going to be a bit of a trek to get where they needed to go, they decided to turn around after a 20-minute walk and walk 20 minutes back so that they could rest for the evening, rest up, and hopefully awaken the next day feeling rested and rejuvenated. However, some members of the party may not have slept as well as some of the others, as romance was apparently in the air, as the wonderful Conry King Glasscrown did decide to woo our lovely Wicked, but left the night as a gentleman, the gentleman he is, with a kiss on the hand, a wistful, longing look, and he allowed her to go to her own bed. So, oh, and of course, as all of this happened, Shady just sat in the dark on his own in the tavern room because he doesn't sleep. So he did that all night.
Well,
I believe he
that's
had
what
a
everyone
bottle
thought
of
happened.
liquor.
Oh, yeah.
He had a lot of liquor, yeah. That's what everyone thought happened. So what actually happened?
Oh, when they come downstairs, they'll sort of see.
Oh God, what have you done?
He's
Okay, so
Does
with
he have,
that note,
like a little DS that he just keeps in like one of his like oversized sleeves?
in his
Like,
pocket.
oh, you guys are here! Shoot, get him! My Pokemon.
So with that, morning breaks. You all have had your long rest. You all have had your level up, hopefully.
We're level 7, right?
I believe
One
you're
of
level
us is.
6. Don't.
We finally had our rest.
No, I interacted with the necromancer. I get level 7.
I
He
was
does
going to
actually.
say he
He does
not
actually.
only did he interact with the
Oh.
necromancer, I kind of KO'd the necromancer with the bell inadvertently.
Inadvertently, you did kind of short circuit him a little bit. Just a
Maybe
little
that's
bit.
worth a little bit. See, a little bit can go a long way, especially if it's
No,
worth
because I like it that Richard Feynman's a level above you just to annoy Habaru even more.
Is he seriously a level above us?
Yeah, he is a level above you guys
Damn, I'm
because he
gonna roll my
interacted
hit
with the
dice again.
necromancer.
Take
This
me
is
away,
what
hit
happens when
dice.
you skip levels, my dude.
What do you mean skipped levels?
I don't know how. This is just going to be an aside. I don't know how much more obvious I could have made it. The undead created a walkway leading you where you needed to go. You immediately noped out and went down into the sewers instead.
They did?
Okay,
You
you know what?
did.
This won't be a productive conversation. Never mind. I'm just refusing to engage with it.
Wait, I didn't
Oh my
know.
god.
Wait, what was the walkway?
And I get to consult my special dragon book on my level up.
Here's his special dragon book. It's got all the
Somewhere
dragons.
in the enormous amount of homebrew books I have from Tegan. And she's like, check out this one idea. And I'm like, this is a whole book, Tegan.
I know. So, on that note, who comes downstairs first? Clearly not Feynman because he's
Wait.
actually Feynman would have been up early to go feed the chickens or something. Something
Yeah,
fun,
Yeah, no,
Fine,
I would
fine
have
then.
crack of dawn. I would be the
You had to
wolf
go
was
wake the
looking
rooster up.
rusty yesterday. I did have to go wake the rooster.
you stood next to him, staring at him, and crowed in his face.
Come on, lazy. Get up.
Come on, you're behind.
Yeah. So, on that note, so Feynman did get up. Did you acknowledge Shady as you came downstairs, or?
As he's
What?
coming downstairs, if
Oh
he
no, you
sees
slept.
me,
You slept in like the barn or something, didn't you?
No,
No,
I
it's just-
slept upstairs and
Oh,
Shady
good.
hung out downstairs.
Oh, that's right, because you were tempted to smack Habaru's door in because your other name is Richard Feynman,
The
kicker of
kicker
doors.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so I would have come downstairs at I guess like 5 a.m. to fucking
It's
feed the
still
chickens
dark.
or whatever. So it's still dark, but Shaggy has night vision, right?
I believe he does
yeah.
have dark vision.
Yeah, so you would be able to see me very easily then coming down.
And
Shady's eyes glow in the dark.
as you come down, you can see sitting opposite him a shadowy figure with a glass in front of him. And
The
as
shadowy figure has a glass?
yes, and as Shady looks up, the shadowy figure disappears.
Are you literally drinking with yourself?
Get the same thing.
I was gonna say I knew there's some shit with his shadow.
Yeah, he does have a thing with his shadow.
He's
so
got like his shadow's like alive? Or like
Kind
just
of.
him?
kind of.
He's got a
Kind
thing with the shadow.
He's got a thing that goes on with his shadow.
Yep.
Do you acknowledge or do you just
thing.
continue on?
I'll give him
Morning.
like a finger gun.
Morning, brother Famine.
Morning.
Brother, huh?
Hate all of you.
There's a hat tip. You go on your merry
Is a
way, I'm
hatchet.
assuming. Oh, wait, sorry, I interrupted. Please continue, Clint.
So, and what you doing up this early?
Someone's got to feed the chickens.
Well, don't let me stop you.
Do you want to come feed the chickens?
Yeah, I could do with a stretching of these legs,
I got someone to
and
feed
I'll
the chickens.
I'll
for me.
follow him out.
All right, what sort of farmly duties do we have? We got to feed the chickens. I assume we got to look at the
Gotta
luscious
let
field of
the
wheat.
gotta let the sheep out, anything out of the barn.
Yep. We'll go along our way doing some. I imagine with some inane chit chat. What sort of chit chatter is Shady? Is he the just walk around and watch what I'm doing type, or is he the?
And he'll just go. So, born on a farm?
This is stuff I haven't written. Yeah, just north of here. Always been a what is it? Daft hand with a pitchfork. Apt hand. What's the phrase? Out of
Farmhand.
Good.
no, a farmhand, but there's like a term for being like a
Deft.
I don't know. Deft. Yeah. Thanks, Dusty. Always been a deft hand with a pitchfork and a rake.
That's still not right, but
That's
Right
that's
word.
part of Feynman's charm.
It's never right.
Just while you're walking around, by the way, Shady, I would like you to roll me a wisdom save, please.
Oh dear.
Of course you would.
Well, you are insane. 18.
18. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. No, we're all good at
That's
the moment.
good.
Just as you're walking around, Shady, the morning doesn't seem as bright and cheerful as it once was. Just something about it just kind of sets you a little on edge. The world seems less bright, but there's just right in the corner of your audio periphery, there's this very slight, faint, just whistling noise.
I'll cock my head.
It's just a faint ringing like tinnitus.
If I turn my head in any direction, does it get louder or quieter or?
No, it seems to follow you.
Okay.
And on top of that, farmhand Feynman seems just a little cold towards you. You just get the impression that he's being a little cold towards you.
Now I'm gonna have to be cold towards you.
Oh, no, you don't. You get to be yourself. He just believes you're being cold towards him.
Okay.
Yep.
Everything good with you?
Always good.
Hmm. Well, we better get these chores done then. If it's all right with you.
Absolutely. Let's crack to it.
And I'll just eye him suspiciously.
Just eyeball him.
Yep.
I'll.
One, because he's only got the one.
I'm physically eyeballing.
Yep.
Can I perception him to see if anything looks off with him?
Can roll an insight.
Insight.
He does smell heavily of alcohol.
He does stink, yeah.
What's new?
Oh, that's harsh.
Normally,
smells
it's alcohol and cigars.
Yes.
19. That's a natural 13.
What would Shady's
I mean,
favorite cigar brand
he
be?
seems a little more squirrely than. Well, actually, you wouldn't know
Mustangs.
this. He seems a little squirrely. I was about to say it seems more squirrely than usual, but you don't remember this, so he seems a little squirrely.
I don't remember this man or any of his strange demeanor.
Yeah. You just think he's a little odd and twitchy, but he's all right.
It's just an oddball. All right.
Yep.
I'll live and let live with that. and I'll get Shady to help me carry a couple of bags of grain down to the chickens and fucking rouse the sheep into the appropriate paddock.
Scoop the stables.
I'm glad you said rouse, not arouse.
The sheep are aroused enough. Don't need to
So,
help them.
while you guys are doing this and the sun is slowly starting to rise, Wicked, Habaru, what about you guys?
Wicked is waking up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yep.
Yep. And she hops down the stairs, looks around. Is Habaru still asleep?
Habaru would be having the opposite experience of Wicked. Instead of like bright-eyed, ready to tackle the day, Habaru wakes up and just stares at the ceiling.
Love that for you.
Just realizing where he is and the implication of what's going on.
And that this is his life, slowly but surely.
So, no, there doesn't seem to be any sounds coming from Habaru's
No.
room, but you do get this waft of just existential dread that seems to, like, exude out the door.
Well, she's gonna go downstairs and get breakfast.
As you do come downstairs, there is the smell of cooking bacon, frying potatoes. You can hear the sizzle of what appears to be eggs. Um, when she sees you, the tavern keeper, you believe that Habaru called her Songbird. Uh, she gives you what appears to be a very large mug of coffee, and it's got a big swirl of whipped cream on the top. Um, and a bit of a sprinkling of chocolate and what look like little bits of peppermint candy.
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
Well, good morning to you. Did you have a good rest?
Oh yes, it was lovely. Had a lovely dream.
Oh, I'm glad. Hopefully the bed was comfortable and things like that. I dare say that you have been sleeping on the ground, probably a little bit too much for your liking, or at least that's what it was like when I used to adventure.
Honestly, not as much as you think. Honestly, did it more before. Never mind. It's for breakfast.
What would you like? We've got a fry up. We've got some beans if you want as well. We've also got yogurt and things like that. I've got some absolutely delightful muffins as well that have just come out of the oven. I believe that they're basil and sweet corn.
Ooh.
We've got a lot of freshly churned butter too, thanks to the new farmhound around here. He put in a lot of muscle really early to make some butter for us.
Oh, he churns.
You churn
Fastest
that
churner in the
butter,
West.
churn that cream.
Uh, is this place even actually west of?
It
of
is. It is actually in the
It-
west of the country.
It's west
Yeah.
of something.
Nice.
It is actually in like technically, if you look at a flat map of the world, it is on the west hand side. So
Hell yeah.
Well, the good
Then
thing
why
the world is flat.
look, I couldn't make the map look like a globe.
No.
I'm sorry, Andrew.
No.
If I could make
Yeah.
it look like a globe, I would print it and make a globe.
I'm making
God damn it, Andrew!
flat joke.
Yeah, come on,
Um,
Andrew. And everybody it's obviously a cube.
Excuse me.
exactly.
I've played
No,
Minecraft.
it's a disc. It's a disc. Anyway,
Discworld?
all of that aside, what do you decide to have for breakfast?
Can I have a little bit of everything actually? I got a big day ahead of us.
Absolutely. You go take a seat. I'll bring it all over for you. You know, I don't want you to drop anything on your way. Stay comfortable. She eventually comes over with a tray that has like a bowl of yogurt. Next to it seems to be some sliced up apples and pecans.
Ooh.
Apparently, Dusty is slightly quiet. I can turn you up,
Uh-oh.
I can turn you up, my friend. I didn't think you were
I'm speaking
quiet.
a little quiet. It is late for people.
Oh yeah, there is that also. I can turn it up on my end. Hopefully that'll help. Just speak. Dusty, speak.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
That's better. Hopefully that has fixed it. I hope. We shall see. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
either
yeah.
way, better. Okay, good. Okay,
We,
God's sake. Thanks for that, Clint. That visual. That I needed that.
we, we could drink some of the coffee and has a whipped cream
I imagine by this time Habaru has staggered downstairs.
Haber will actually take um I like to think he'll wake up early enough to where he'll have enough time to do this. He will actually take time to polish his armor and so that the armor is clean, but also has the unfortunate side effect that the suns are now more prominent than they ever were, especially since they were a bit dirty from
Incidentally,
before.
sitting where you were in your bedroom with the rising sun coming in, the sunlight alighting on your armor as you're cleaning it. Yes, they do take on the polished gleam that you were so hoping, that you've oiled it slightly and all this kind of stuff. But it has had an interesting effect, Habaru, that the sun symbols that seem emblazoned on your armor do seem to glow slightly.
Yeah, I figured. But I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just going to acknowledge it. It is what it is. I will clean up my
Roll me a
gear.
perception with it, though.
Oh, I will roll a perception. Am I perceptive?
Nope.
Not really.
Oh, good.
Uh,
Doesn't
And
matter.
there's a
uh,
faint
It's
music
just a
playing in the
thing that your
background.
armor, since having it has been a number of weeks now that your armor has had these suns. The only thing is, this is the first time that in the morning, cleaning it, yada yada yada. This is the first time it has glowed, but that's the only thing. You're like, whatever.
I'm back in my hometown, all right? And this is apparently the
You're
capital of
distracted.
batshit weird.
My only sunshine.
No.
You make me happy.
So
Is Shady leading a sing along downstairs? I didn't know he had it in him.
you can smell from downstairs. It is wafting up the staircase. The smell of peppermint coffee, smell of bacon, toast, muffins. Like the smells coming up the corridor are actually pretty delightful. Your stomach gives a little growl.
I will don my armor, kind of stretch, get comfortable, and then take a
Takes
deep
about 10
breath
minutes
and
to strap yourself in.
yep, take that time to really contemplate and not in yeah, because Habaru's done feeling sorry for himself. He's gonna
Yep.
uh, focus his mind like all the other mobile sword fighters
Yep.
and focus on his zen and find his balance like all good swordsmen do. And once he has done that, he will walk out that door.
Okay, you walk out the door. It doesn't sound particularly busy downstairs, but um, you walk out the door, you walk down the stairs. Roll me a perception.
Okay, now I get it.
Doop. Oh, good. Uh, y- Standing just around the corner of the bottom of the staircase, you do catch sight of him. It seems like he was kind of like waiting there, holding a large mug of coffee for you. King is resting against the wall, waiting for you. He just looks at you. Hi.
Hey, brother, what's good? How you living?
Well, I, for one, had a wonderful sleep last night. What about you?
I had a pretty good sleep as well. Were you sleeping in your bed by yourself?
What do you take me for, sir? I am an
Uh,
absolute gentleman, otherwise my mama would have had my hind.
mm,
Besides, when talking about ladies such as your wonderful friend, you don't just,
kiss
you
and
just don't
tell.
do that. You treat 'em like a lady.
You know what? Wicked has a lot of things going on, but she's a grown girl who I think can make somewhat okay choices.
Well,
I ain't involved in
hopefully
any of that.
hopefully, I will be one of those choices eventually.
Don't okay, I'm trying to help you out here. Don't say things like that.
Why not? She's
Yeah, just
she's beautiful, she's smart, she's a pretty good dancer too. So why shouldn't I? Like, when you know, you know.
that's just a weird phrasing. Like I'm not opposed to it, but it's just the way you said it. It's just bleh.
Sorry, I just got a message in Discord. It just came up on the corner of my thing. Wicked is for the streets.
Listen,
I just saw it out of the corner of
I
my eye.
I think Wicked has depth of character. And before you decide anything, you should learn more about her character in the same way that I would expect her to learn about yours.
And hopefully, you're hoping that she'll learn more about me and not actually like me.
How dare!
Brother, I like to give you shit. I'm not trying to character assassinate you here.
I
Like,
mean,
come
whose
on.
side are you on? You could talk me up to it. Like, you've got all the stories. You could talk me up to her.
Uh, do you want me trying to talk you up to her?
Well, yeah, you're my friend, and let's be
Me.
honest, you're a pretty good judge of character most of the time. So,
Have you
like,
seen the psychopaths I travel with?
I've seen worse.
All right, listen. Again, it's a new day, and I'm going to tackle it as a new day. So,
Yeah, and he's like shoving the coffee at you because he's like trying to butter you up with it. He's like, yeah, and all I'm asking is that you
mhm,
act like a bit of a wingman. Because, you know, you're going to head out onto the road
yeah,
and like, I'm going to give her my number when you leave so that she can send me messages and we can talk back and forth and,
uh-huh,
like you said, get to know each other.
uh-huh.
But, you be my wingman.
What
Turn around and
exactly
tell her,
do you want me to do?
tell the truth, hopefully, and tell her I'm a good guy.
Okay,
Like, I really want her to like me.
uh,
Habaru, like,
okay, first off, unclench a little bit.
but
Relax. And
I
yes, I
don't
do
want to
realize I'm a
mess this
hypocrite
up.
saying, okay, you literally have not even known her 24 hours, all right?
I know, but
Chill.
I got a feeling she's the one, man.
No, you don't. Stop it.
But what if she is?
Then you'll
Like I said,
figure it
when you know,
out.
you know.
If she-
Habaru's like, man, I've taken like 4 steps. Today is already too much.
Dude, this is such a weird conversation. If she's the
We're having a whispered conversation near the stairs too. Wicked's
if sh-
like 15 feet away.
if she's to be the one, then you'll find out. But don't act like she's the one right now when you don't know that. I will gladly talk you up if she asks. But that's as far as I will promise you.
But, man, like, if it is love,
And you got to figure that shit out yourself.
I mean, it's not really something we figure out in my family. It's kind of you get put through a test.
What? What? Were you? What does that mean?
Our family has a habit,
Uh
and
huh.
it's been this way a long time, that if it's love, you gotta do a challenge or a test as denoted by our faith in the goddess of love.
What's the challenge or
Well, I
test?
done know what the challenge is, 'cause I gotta go and talk to my aunt and see if she'll do a love challenge for us.
I okay. Man, I've been awake for about maybe 20 minutes. All right, can you not drop this on me like first thing in the morning? I haven't even eaten yet. Thank you for the
Like,
coffee. Have a
I
good day,
mean,
sir. And he will walk away. Wicked, my friend, how are you doing?
Wicked
he's
was too
standing there
busy.
looking at the coffee he gave you. Just
Oh, I took the coffee.
Oh, you did? Have you had a sip yet?
Sure, I'll take a sip as I'm approaching Wicked.
It is heavily laced with whiskey.
All right, I will stop sipping the coffee. I need to be cognizant for the day.
It's a nice coffee. It's a brilliant Irish coffee.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Wicked was too busy stuffing her gob to notice the
What
conversation.
was it? A very like ladylike stuffing, or
Oh no, she's never done a ladylike stuffing.
Yeah, and this is the thing, this whole time he's been watching during this conversation, watching her with awe and admiration.
That's why this is so like funny to me. Of just, oh, she's such an amazing lady, and even Haru's like,
Looking at the kind
I.
of scruffy raccoon child that is Wicked.
It's like I know, I see through your act, oh noble lady.
I mean, we have
Oh
literally
man,
watched Wicked consume a mushroom child before.
She did not eat him.
So,
Just the
Hubber,
other
you've
one.
walked over gone, "Wicked, my friend, how are you?" Immediately pulled a face and put the coffee down.
uh, swappy coffee, and I'll take her coffee and give her mine.
What? No,
Hers
it's
is
fine.
excruciatingly sweet with peppermint.
Trust me, just take a sip of it. You'll enjoy that one more.
Do you take a
Ooh.
sip, Wicked?
she, she can sense it already.
Yes, I
She puts her
sense the
hand around
booze.
it. Booze.
Ooh. Wait, no, hold on. She like reaches over and like with her hand scoops the whipped cream out of the coffee and puts it on hers. The Irish
Buddy.
coffee.
I Wicked does this, and I'll glance back to King. Does he like see this?
He's
Does he have
sitting at
heart in his eye as he
he's
saw
sitting at the
that?
bar now, his head resting on his hand, and you see him, like, audibly sigh, like,
How are you feeling, bud?
I feel great. We
Good.
gotta kill the necromancer.
Yes, we do. Uh, I, oh, before I forget, um, I didn't mention it yesterday because yesterday was a day. Um, Feynman actually messaged me
Oh,
before we met him here. Ranger
oh,
Feynman. Yeah. He apparently ran to the necromancer, I guess, and texted me what he told him. I think his dickhead personality realized he wasn't going to stick around for long.
wait,
To be
the
fair, I reckon the text would have started
necromancer or
with
fine?
"Yo, it's a hero."
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
The bro-tude came out.
Who's dickhead personality? Feynman or the necromancer?
Uh, Feynman. the god we don't like came out.
Oh,
Yeah. And I
that's
will
cute.
share the thing with Wicked.
It's interesting that the text is still there.
I don't question it. I don't know. Maybe it's because
Okay.
I think because we've been around him once or twice when he's gone through the motions of being a new man. I think maybe reality is kind of getting weaker around us, so it doesn't change, or the opposite, it's getting stronger. Like,
Not a good thing, but nothing about that sentence sounds good. But okay.
yeah,
Reality
but
is getting weaker around us.
or stronger. Who knows? Because we're used to it. Um, the what do you know about the Fey realms?
She like sputters a bit on one of the eggs she was eating.
My bad. Is this a conversation
No,
you want to have later, or
it's fine.
uh,
What did
I
why did you want to know?
I don't know much about them. The very first thing that we got told was, the heralded caves shall sprout forth and feast on the ashes democracy. Why am I doing Roland? Um,
Because you're around the people that have his
yeah, I
accent.
know.
All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right.
Yeah, if
It-
we're on the west, then why aren't these people talking like Valley girls?
Because they're Roland's family and it has stuck that, all right, all right, all right.
Gotcha.
Roland's
Yeah.
accent is universal.
um, is there any? Because obviously we shouldn't look towards Nethreg for democracy. Uh, is there any democracies in the Fey realm by chance?
Uh, well, it's a bit complicated. The Feywild is, in a manner of speaking, wild.
Well, fair, yeah.
It, stop me at any time while I'm talking to
Okay.
actually me, Tegan.
How the question is how, like, from what we've discussed of Wicked's upbringing, how much of the Feywild did you actually get educated on?
That's a good point. Shall I roll?
You can roll a history if you'd like.
All right. Oh my god.
You know everything. You read lots of books, apparently. So you know that the
Important part of my witch curriculum.
yeah, apparently.
Sorry, which
There are
book?
certain aspects. So Feyaware, as it's now called, not the Feywild, has several monarchies. It's not democracy. It is there are monarchies.
Already.
And there are very much hierarchied monarchies. You know that the witch sect that you were kind of raised in, as you've seen with the hags, there are the three grandmothers, and their lineage, which are the fate hags of magic, essentially. Um, the Eladrin courts, each of the seasonal Eladrin court do have nobility and royalty that oversee them. Um, so it's not so much, the only time that you do know that that Feyaware does have democracies are the Fey Barrows, where basically a lot of the undead Fey and a lot of the hidden Fey, they live in barrows under the ground, which are essentially like fairylands, and they do have elected councils. So that's the closest you know to being democracy in Feyaware.
I'm sorry, you said the Fey Barrows were undead?
So the undead fae, like the Dullahan, things like this, they deal in death. So they're deemed as like undead fae, but yeah.
Mm.
They're essentially fae and any of the races that have sunlight sensitivity and things like this. They live in the fae barrows,
Okay.
which If you've heard of them in Scotland and Ireland, they're like Fey mountains. They look like hills, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, using my knowledge of Enthalamir, and because I'm also closely related to the head of government, would I know about any democracies in the land?
Can I
In
just add a question, ask a
Yeah.
quick question about that, Andrew? Trying to probe your
Sure.
mind slightly. What's your obsession with democracy rather than like potentially people who would simply be on our side? As opposed to that, are you exclusively seeking democracy in our allies, or are you like using democracy as a term for something else that might be a bit more fitting in terms of what you're looking for?
I mean, from what the necromancer had mentioned on the ashes of democracy, and so that is just starting, I assume. All right, so there'll be some kind of governmental collapse potentially, or
Would
civil
that not be
collapse.
like in hell more than it would be in the Feywilds?
But that's not really democracies, though, because it's
Um,
very well. That's the thing. I don't know if it is or not. Because
yeah,
is it a
Nethreg is
democracy?
democracy. Yep.
Oh well, shit.
Um,
Okay.
because even when the demons ruled Nethreg, um, they were still defined a democracy, and the gods themselves are defined as a democracy because it is the people who give them power. Their belief in them give them power, and therefore, the more people believe in certain gods gives certain gods higher priorities. It's why Ahura, in his golden age, was seen as the head of the pantheon, and now he's virtually a nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Legally, faith counts
bit
as
of
a
a
vote.
Yeah,
yeah. Had a bit of a scandal though, so he lost a bunch of
he did have a bit of a
soldiers there.
scandal, you know,
A bit.
a little bit.
But I guess the
Fine.
point being, perhaps the ashes of democracy aren't so much something that's going to burn immediately. It might be something that has previously crumbled more than is
Oh.
immediately going to crumble, and perhaps
Okay.
you might not be really. I'm not necessarily trying to be meta, but like the
No. I get it.
I am a little concerned that your
Going at this wrong
search
way.
specifically for democracy might be like misguided to a search of
Yeah.
like that might be a bit more accurate to what you want.
Yeah.
Simply because you've used the word democracy.
Yeah. No, I dig. I mean, with how things have been going in Nethreg, I mean, assuming, of course, it does go off of the idea that
Nethreg is now, I will tell you this right now, Nethreg is now a totalitarian estate.
So
Under
change that
yeah,
is to was.
under the demons, it was a democracy because they were also fueled by belief, and they had a very set hierarchy through that belief, and obviously they could be elected and whatnot. But now under the Imperium, it is a totalitarian regime.
But you could say that they were democratic and that
They were.
now the ashes of democracy
So
Yes,
are
no.
they were democratic, and now, yeah.
So then, do we think the warning that the necromancer gave Ahura? Do we think he is telling him about things that are currently in motion or things that were going to happen?
This is
Because
a
to
discussion you
me,
can have when Richard Feynman finally joins you.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, like Farmer Feynman's gonna be such a great help.
He might
We
be.
could just are you still asking me?
Um, look alive, you got a lovesick puppy following you. Hey, King, get over here for a minute.
What?
Yeah. You watch as he accidentally spills a bit of orange juice. He kind of wipes himself off. And he comes over and
Surely
he
he checks his hair in a passing window or something, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
some
sure, I'll allow
some
it.
reflective surface is like, wait, am I good?
Yeah. He's got very Ron Weasley vibes about him.
Aw, poor guy.
Wicked looks under the table for the sick puppy.
He's gonna fix that puppy, damn it.
As he reaches you, he looks at you, Wicked, and he gives you a little bow, and he's like, Good morning, my lady.
Wicked bumps her head on the table as she's quickly shoots up. Oh, King, good morning. Hi. How you doing? It's like
I, I,
fixing your hair a bit.
I'm doing pretty great this morning. I hope you slept well.
Yep.
Um, I, 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 I hope everything is delicious and into your liking.
Oh yeah, the food here is lovely, very farm fresh.
Oh, good, good. We do certainly do our best having fresh farms. I mean farms and stuff.
Giving him some real stink eye, like, dude, chill. Um, hey, bud. Uh, I need your thoughts and your sister's thoughts when they get a chance to look over it, and
Uh,
I'll text him what was sent
oh,
to me.
absolutely. I can ask. You want
Uh,
Selena or but just both?
both. This is. I mean, you guys are. I guess your sisters technically are gonna be the experts on the book, as far as I'm concerned, as anyone else can be, just because they may know the most about it, and they're not trying to
I
actively
mean,
kill
we
us.
can certainly try.
Just look over this. Give me your guys' thoughts. Um,
Sure, can do.
we're gonna head out and follow the crabs, and hopefully deal with whatever BS is near us. I think I know what it is, but I don't want it to be what I think it is.
Well, I mean, uh, you don't have to go right away, do you?
Yes, because we said we were leaving first thing in the morning.
Oh, right, that's right. I was. You're right. This is more important. You should definitely be getting on the road and stuff. Do you have enough supplies and stuff? Is there anything I can get you, Miss Wicked, that you might need out on the road on your journeys, or like anything special that you might want?
Uh, hold on. Above game, let me look at my spells.
You got any spare potions?
I mean, sure, I can give you a couple of healing potions if you need.
Brother, we're always in a need.
Well, if you took the healing classes we suggested, you probably wouldn't need to as much.
I was busy with the sword fighting school. All
Yeah, and
right.
how did that work out when you got ripped in half?
Hey, man, weren't you just asking for my help with something earlier?
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
can get you a couple of healing potions and stuff.
That'd be wonderful, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can go get those. But and you watch as he like fumbles around in his pockets and he pulls out a folded slip of paper. And he slides it across. That's my number, Miss Wicked. If you need anything while I'm going to get the healing potions and stuff, you just send me a text message and I'll see what I can do for you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, all right, all right. Uh, he gives you another awkward bow. Well, I'll see you in a little bit, Miss Wicked. Habaru.
Bye, bud.
And he kind of like backs away awkwardly, runs into a stool, knocks it over, writes it, and then leaves.
Ah, okay. You you got a man to talk, bud. Now that he's gone.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Uh, she thinks for a moment and her face drops a bit.
Do you
Uh,
want to talk?
I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
You seemed pretty on edge yesterday. After I got ripped in half, which, by the way, you handled that part like a champ. Uh,
Yeah,
you were calm, cool, and collected, and I appreciate you being a steady rock in that storm.
Yep, I'm. She seems like she's about to say, but catches herself as you mention her being calm, cool, and collected in that regard. Uh, uh, look, She looks down at the slip of paper that has his number. Oh no. Oh
Hmm.
no.
What's good?
Oh, I don't think I can go any farther with this.
Okay, hang on. Let's pump the brakes. What's going on?
Okay, I know I've pretty much hinted enough, I think, or mentioned enough to let you know that I have issues with witches, other witches,
Yeah.
and especially powerful ones. Uh, it's just how I was expected to act, and it's become instinct, basically. And it's not something I can let go of. And in that regard, she says that she's holding holding King's number. Those are his sisters.
I ain't gonna claim that I know too much about your childhood, but do you want that to be your nature? Do you want that to be your life of being scared of witches or at the very least standoffish to them?
No, I'd give anything to change that, but it's not something I can easily drop. It's a part of me. I think that's been changed fundamentally.
I think you got more capability than you realize. You know, challenge your fate. We're already doing that with the book.
I appreciate the words of encouragement, but this runs very deep, man.
And it's not something I expect you to just roll over one day and decide you're done or anything like that. But you know, you got I was gonna say the three of us, but with Shady it's like four or five. But you got the group, you know, to kind of lean on. And we know we can lean on you if we needed to. For any of our weird issues we run into.
100%.
So again, I'm not expecting you to roll over and change, but just give it some thought. Hang on to that number.
Okay. I'll hold on to it.
Get him, Kevin.
I was gonna say, kill,
Kill him.
kill, kill.
Who do you think you are, smokeless chancellor? Let me tell you, you're banned. Let that be a message to the lot of yous.
As you are
Okay.
having this conversation, Habaru, the door opens and the sunlight beams through the door, followed by a waft of cigar smoke
The fresh smell of pine.
and the smell of pine. God, I
The
almost
Fresh
method of the-
smell of pine.
the fresh smell of pine and hay.
Wouldn't it actually be manure and hay? Because that's what most farmers would probably smell like after.
Yeah, but
dealing with-
Feynman wears cologne.
I don't know if cologne's gonna cover the smell of manure.
It will if you
It's
reapply it, brother.
And
No,
and
it's
also,
not.
I will
If you
point
bathe
out,
in it.
I will point out that depending on their diets, horses don't actually smell that much.
Look, Shady did most of the shoveling. He's like some kind of undead, alright? His arms don't get tired. It's more fair
I
that
don't
way.
think that's how that works, but
I'm pretty sure
you're
that's
doing
how
it
it works.
wrong.
It's the fresh smell
So-
of getting
Please turn a
banged.
ranch. You were just doing it wrong. You had the wrong method.
something about it, Shady, actually felt really a bit cathartic, like returning to a simpler time of your life, albeit almost giving you the kernel of something you haven't felt in a while, just this small kernel of satisfaction and happiness.
Did me trying to palm off my chores onto Shady turn into some sort of character moment for him?
Maybe.
Excellent. God, I've done it again, guys.
How does he do it?
How does he do it?
Such a-
Week after week it is.
He's such a fine man.
Simon, you've
Fine.
done it again.
All right.
So yes, Feynman and Shady, you see Wiccan and Habaru sitting there. Wicked with now a cleaned breakfast tray in front of her.
Yes. She did not share.
Habaru, at some point, you didn't really see her do it, but Songbird did come over and at least edge a plate with a couple pieces of toast and like a poached egg on it, just sitting near your elbow now.
Classic Habaru breakfast. Plain white toast, one poached egg, unsalted. And I have to
I don't-
imagine vanilla
Just the
yolk.
white.
Just the white, no yolk. Yolk would be too
I don't even
fancy,
like
bro.
poached eggs. I need all my eggs scrambled. Um,
And
But
it's
yeah,
super
no,
sugary
he
sweet coffee.
that had its cream scooped up by hand. God.
Can I go out on a limb and order myself a plain black coffee and then Shady a plain black coffee but with whiskey?
You may.
Would Shady be receptive to that?
Yep.
Like saying
Of course. he
does
would.
I was gonna say that's like saying does Shady like breathing, but I just realized Shady doesn't breathe.
He doesn't. He does not like breathing.
So
Yeah,
yes,
like-
you do.
I'd like a
Breathe
strong
is-
black coffee, thanks, with a dash of whiskey and sans the coffee.
You-
Sand. Do you say sand in the coffee?
No,
He
sans
says
the coffee. No,
sans the coffee, which of course, Feynman, you are handed back a mug of dark black liquid gold and what appears to be an amber liquid in, in a mug.
Hell yeah.
Saying him
Thank
the
you.
coffee. That's what he calls morning grits.
Morning grits. That's shady fuel, alright? You are Colombian shady fuel.
Colombian shady.
Alright, what are we talking about, gang?
Don't ask about
He says,
neckties.
as if he didn't interrupt the conversation in some sort of meta fucking overreach.
uh
We're gonna saddle up.
yeah, but let me read something off to you two and see if this just makes you guys think of anything. And he'll read off what Ohura had texted him.
Which I will read out for all of our followers at home.
Perfect.
The four prophecies you were given. The herald of decay shall sprout forth and feast on the ashes of democracy. Fueled by fear and hunger, they devour all to feed on the unavoidable entropy. The sun shall turn red with the blood of innocence, sacrificing the last shreds of honor to destroy that which binds it. The thrall of the betrayer son will languish under their own failures, frozen by their inadequacies, driving them to destroy that which they covet. And the heart of man will be so bound by desire that they will deny the call of those who bind their soul.
Boy, howdy, that is a lot.
Sounds like a questions for a crossword puzzle.
It's got him there.
Yeah, I'll take extinction. Left row down.
What channel is this in?
You will find that in,
I've got
I believe, Habaru's note channel.
Yeah,
Got
it's
it.
the latest. It's the latest notes.
I'll take collapse of America's government for 2000.
Turned red with the blood of innocent sacrifice should honor destroy which it binds.
So real quick,
Evil One figured it out. The prophecy is about teenagers.
Betray a son.
so this may be
languish
Andrew
under their own
reading into
failures.
it, and maybe Andrew should have realized it when he last heard this. You said the 4 prophecies, but I noticed there are 5 things on here. One of them being "Beware the pigeon gods." Is
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that
pigeon
one.
gods?
That's not written in my notes. But
That
yes,
one,
Okay,
beware
that
so
the
one's
it's
a
pigeon
bit
gods.
more of an off the cuff. Just generally, please be aware. That's not like, something's gonna happen. That's just like, hey, you should watch out for
Beware
them
of the pigeon
gods
gods,
too,
yes.
man. Like it's a real chronic
But
issue in
I've
Netherray.
noted that one.
but since that was coming from an insane man, I'm assuming that's not a real thing we need to worry about.
No, you should always.
Might
It
be.
literally says beware the pigeon gods. Like you should beware them, but
That's the
We
one
don't
that
need
makes
to
them
do anything about
okay.
them.
just if
Bin
at any
chickens are
given
worse.
opportunity, beware them.
Yeah.
Also, my thought on the first one is that it's referring to the necromancer and Nethreg.
Herald of Decay, which would
Yeah,
make sense to be the necromancer. Shall
and
sprout
feast on the
forth.
ashes of democracy.
Yeah. So
Is that supposed to be feed? To fee on the unavoidable entropy?
no,
To
they're
feed,
charging
yes.
you
To feed.
Okay.
fees.
So So
I
wait,
missed a
wait.
D.
Hang on. I don't want to make that joke.
I feel like that's just saying that they will gain more power by chaos.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
They
all that is. But I
devour
think that's.
all.
Do we know? And we wouldn't know this, I guess. But it feasts on the ashes of democracy. Could that be referring to the people the necromancer was animating?
I don't think this is referring to the necromancer. I think it's referring to the angels themselves.
Herald of Decay.
Yeah, because they devour all to feed on the unavoidable entropy. Their whole thing is they want to get the book so they can make a wish with it, right? Or to alter reality to where. And maybe this was an out of game talk, but I thought that had been something we had discussed of the angels were trying to get the book to do something.
Who are the angels in
thought
this context? Have we ever talked about angels? Is this a synonym for something else?
The
the Imperium.
yeah, the
Imperium.
Imperium. I'm sorry.
I
Thank
thought they
you.
were devils.
Nope,
No,
they're
No.
angels.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
They've
angels
driven the
in
devils
hell.
into, they've driven the demons into hiding.
I didn't realize they were straight up angels.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Oh, damn.
A lot
There's
of them are
this mood-
Asimar, but the one that you've met, who is the head of the Imperium in Moonblight, Churanzon, straight up angel.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
You've
And
also met
what
one
are the
other angel
context
in
of
your travels
angels
as
in
well,
this
which is
world?
the Wraith. Was
Yes.
another angel, and he and Churanzon had been friends apparently during the war,
And now they were arch enemies.
and now they're old war buddies.
And now they're in a pissy mood because they can't talk to the gods and they can't go to heaven right now.
Yep.
Yeah. They think it's good cell reception in hell, but that's the only place where they can afford rent.
Yeah, so they're like, let's compel everything to be as good as possible, and then maybe the gods will hear us.
Yes.
And it's just making things worse.
Yes.
So, do we think that's too bit much of a reach that the first prophecy isn't about the necromancer, but it's about maybe the angels?
If you can
I
sell me
feel
on why the angel would be the herald of decay, then I'd accept it. But I also feel like it could simply apply to the necromancer feeding on the chaos of reanimating
I
all of the undead.
I feel like a big part of a lot of our problems have been us overthinking things.
Oh, well, that's just who I am as a person. Like, that can't be helped. I
I'm
realize I
not
just
really
said, hey,
finished with
conquer
that.
your nature, change who you are as a person. We'll always support you. But I'm also going to go ahead and turn around and say immediately after, yeah, that's just who I am. I can't change that.
There's squarely
But
nothing you can do about it.
But okay, so the sun shall turn red with the blood of innocence, blah blah blah. I have no idea about that one. The thrall, the betrayer son. Do we? It
I
in
think
the
I know
world's
what that is,
context.
but I don't think I should be talking about that.
Do you know prophecies? You never work them out till they happen.
Yeah, but it's nice to at least think we have an idea.
But you could be on a
So
red herring as well.
yeah, the betrayer's son. I mean, in the context of our world, who are some of the greatest betrayers we know of? Who's the Benedict
Greatest.
Arnold of this world?
Think hard about it, game.
Hold on,
Gamers.
hold on. I'm looking. Hold on. I know something in my brain.
I do know what you're getting at, Kev.
Yeah,
Like,
you know we could be
Yeah.
discussing this while we're making daylight.
Yeah, just want to give
Well,
you a chance to drink your whiskey.
let's do
Apparently,
that.
Habaru Habaru is the biggest betrayer, according to the chat. The great
Let's
betrayer.
make tracks and talk about this then.
Yeah. Let's go get the car.
Can we say we're doing that? There's no car. There's a
Oh, wait.
carriage. There's a horse.
Yeah.
There's
Wait, hold
whatever.
on. I swear to God, if any of these are referring to any of us, I'm just thinking the thrall of the betrayer's son. That is a hero would 100% call you his thrall.
I don't think it's
Oh,
that. I think the betrayer would be Uhura, and the thrall would probably be like the kid that he fucking passed out, right?
Well,
Remember how he did that?
some of the greatest betrayers in the world's history are the demons that ruled Nethreg, especially the head of their pantheon, essentially, which is Asmodeus, as well as the book you're
Yeah.
holding is full of betrayers of the gods. They're betrayer gods.
And a thrall will be frozen. One of their thralls will be frozen by inadequacy.
That's Habaru, definitely.
Make them destroy something.
I don't like how much this is suddenly making sense.
Part of man will be bound by desire that they will deny the call of those who bind their soul.
I have a feeling that one will have something. I don't know. I feel like this. I just have a weird feeling it'll have something to do with infidelity. Like people cheating on their people.
Why?
People binding their souls to each other with marriage.
Just a
Heart of
vibe,
man
really.
bound by desire.
And no one in the group has been
Just a
married.
vibe.
Nope.
Just a vibe.
Shady's got a wife.
So does Feynman.
I don't know
Yep.
if you count that as marriage.
Yeah, the government didn't sign up on the paperwork.
Yeah,
You
I don't-
got given
if
you
if
got
can
given the
produce a
world's
marriage
longest
certificate.
you got given the world's longest you can sleep on the fucking couch.
Yeah, but if there ain't no certificate, it ain't happened.
Yeah, it ain't legal
I need
unless the government says so.
documentation.
All right, let's go get in the cart and then go on our way.
I think we've got some things to think about. I think that's basically all we need.
Yeah,
I
and thinking is terrifying.
Thinking
So
is
we-
the number one binder of Habaru to action. And we'll
Okay.
prevent him from
Are we
doing it.
borrowing a horse?
Yeah,
I had a thought about the
borrow
first
a
one,
horse.
and I'm not saying it.
No, say it. Say it.
No.
Because otherwise Andrew will go crazy.
No, I
No.
won't. I'm good.
Andrew will literally go crazy. He just says no,
No.
I won't, because he wants
No,
to be
he
a
won't.
big
No.
brave boy.
He's gone
No,
crazy.
He needs half an hour before it settles in that it was his idea.
It'll cause a quantum thing where if you look into the future, it'll change the future.
That's
We'll see.
exactly what I want. What if it's shit now? Could be better.
As you say
Oh.
this, King comes back in the door. He's carrying a satchel. He comes over to you. He kind of looks at you, Wicked. He breaks into a big smile. He's like, "Hi, again."
Hi. Is that the potions?
Yeah, this is the potions that you asked for. I managed to get one for each of you.
Nice.
Um,
Hmm.
they are. I can't remember what's the one above standard.
Right up.
Is it greater?
Raider.
Yes, he's
greater.
giving you a greater healing potion each.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Dang. Real nice.
This will look great in my level 7 hands.
So you've got 4 greater healing potions. He's like, and I remember we talked about it yesterday. I got a wagon and a couple of horses outside waiting for you.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah. I tried to, you know, um, I got some. I God, you can get it out, man. I I picked out 2 of our white horses so that it'd match. Uh, you know, Miss Wicked's re for
Um,
aesthetics.
Hopper will kick King in the shin, under the table. Anyways, cool. Well, fantastic. We got some horses in the carts. All right, let's get going.
Skedaddle. And then we all get up and leave. Everyone make
Yeah.
footstep noises. That.
He
Yeah.
gets up, he walks out with you. As you get out to the wagon, Wicked, he pulls the back of the wagon, unhitches the back of the wagon and pulls it down. He's like, may I, my lady?"
Sure. You may.
He very gently takes you by the waist and very easily lifts you up into the wagon.
Oh. All right. She will take a seat.
Um, he comes around the side as you take a seat and he just, says quietly to you, "Uh, a bit later when you a bit further down the road, under the seats in the compartment under the seats, I put a small amount of, supplies and food for you if you like.
Oh, thank you.
I hope you like cookies."
What kind? Wait, no,
Uh
don't tell me.
Oh, alright.
All right, I'll find
I
out.
just got a feeling you really like
Okay,
cookies.
dude, Feynman heard about the cookies. You can't mention cookies in his presence and not expect him to hear about it.
I was just thinking, oh man, poor King. Wicked's not getting any of those cookies.
Well, I wish you all the best out on the road. Please stay
Open
safe.
that pipe.
But if you need anything at all, you know where to reach me. I'll be
Whoa.
there as soon as I can.
What time is it right now?
It's probably about 9 o'clock by the time this is all happening.
We'll plan to be back by like 7. And if not, we'll message you. And if you don't hear from us, then maybe be a little bit worried.
Are we going
Like
to
I
the
said,
temple?
if you need help at all, just send me a message and I'll be there as soon as possible.
Ciao.
We
Yeah.
don't have Italian in this realm. Pick again.
Yeah, Habaru, look after yourself. Make sure you stay in one piece this time.
Ha 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 ha
It'd
ha
be,
ha.
you know, it'd be funny if it wasn't true.
It's
Hey,
You should
Wicked, I
stop
think we're gonna have a
mentioning
lot to
that.
talk about this trip.
You should stop mentioning that. It gets torn up over it.
Ah,
All right.
Sorry,
Well,
sorry, brother.
the horses, by the way, Habaru, are named very clearly cloud and snowy.
Yeah, this one here clearly with the more cloudy texture, and this one here with the more powdery texture of snow.
Look after him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because they're Lavana's horses that I might not have told her I was borrowing. All
What?
right. Good
Why?
luck,
Why?
guys.
This is why
Yeah.
you fight with your sister so much.
Are you driving, Wicked? Roll me animal handling if you don't have vehicle handling.
I have vehicle handling, so I like to think I probably
Yeah.
would have gotten at the reins.
Yeah, let
You
Haveruka.
fight Dusty for it then.
Nah, Haveruka do it.
Okay, roll me vehicle handling.
I
Yeah, you're good. The horses take off as you leave.
As we are going, or you know what? Yeah, let's get going first before I go over this, because I'll talk forever and ever.
Wiki needs to stay in the wagon and guard the cookie.
Not the
The
cookies.
cookie may be gone.
I'll
a
roll
chance.
my stealth. Chad, are you getting in on this?
Nah,
Oh,
I'm on dry, so I'm not in the wagon.
of course you are. All right. What are we doing? Stealth? Stealth. Surely for the greatest cookie heist, a 9. Let me tell you, Wicked. You can see me, and I want those cookies.
Well, it doesn't help that Wicked's sitting on the bench that the cookies are in.
And the drool's coming at the side of your mouth.
I'm simply going to walk over to the bench, try and lift it, and then make a dog whimpering noise.
God.
Hey, psst, no, they're mine. I'm eating for
Um,
me.
I'll
Pop
run
'em on the
away with my
nose.
tail between my legs. Going,
God. Um, before we do anything like too major, um, something I think is worth mentioning. Last session it had been mentioned that there was a weird fog near the where the crabs were going, and that they were people who went near the fog got like lost and forgetful,
Forest.
right?
Forest.
Or that forest.
Yep.
And so I think that's in reference to the whatchamacallit.
that one page we read that one time about the fucking
Yes.
bloke who makes everyone forget, who has the blood that we need to desummon
Bile.
Arabelli.
Bile.
It's the forgetful frog.
Yeah, the forgetful frog.
Yeah, the forgetty
That's
frog. Who can forget?
Uh,
Everyone, evidently. Because I think I remember initially when we looked at the page, we had to make some sort of roll
yeah.
to see if we would forget the information that was on it immediately.
Do we know what we need to do to beat this thing? Does it say we need anything?
I think it said, and I quote like directly here: "These hands."
The
Is that
home
taken out of
employed goblin.
context or is that in context?
No, it's these hands. It's gonna die by these hands.
Okay, so you guys are making your way through the forest, following the poison corrupted crabs. Every
they
now and
look
then the wagon rolls over
any
them.
I was gonna say, do they look any more blighted than normal, or do they still look the same?
They've got big balls and growths of like yellow pussy.
Ugh.
Yeah, so they look like crabs, but they've got these yellow pussy globules that look like big pieces of sulfur and stuff, like that pops and hisses and weeps from their exoskeletons as they
Yucky.
move with that crawling sensation, almost like a blanket across the. It's like a moving blanket of um, reds and blues and bright yellows across the mossy carpeted floor of this forest.
Crazy. How do they taste when boiled?
I don't know.
Chad, we'll never find out.
I mean, I'll find out.
Well,
That was the last we ever saw of him.
Yep. No. As you make your way, um, as you make your way from Wolfwater to the north, you start to realize it takes a little bit. It takes you about an hour or so before you
Can
start
you
hearing the sound of rushing water.
ping Wolf Water on the map?
Wolfwater is not on the map because it is a very small settlement. It is not on the map.
Where
But
would
You
it
if you
ping
want
where
run?
to
we
know
are?
where if you wanna know where it is exactly,
West, somewhat.
it is to the west.
Is it
Wolfwater
here-ish?
No, Wolfwater is actually up here
Oh,
between
Oh.
Lights Watch and Wild
okay.
Wheat.
So we're south of Wolfhaven. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they like competing settlements, Wolfhaven and Wolfwater?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Water's
they're
like the
funny.
size of a 10-person town. Didn't you just see it?
Pretty
Wolfhaven
much.
has a spot on the map.
Yeah, and
Just
Wolfwater
because you're from
has
there, champ, doesn't mean
the
that it's that
two
much of
most
a big
powerful
deal.
women in the realm living there.
Yep.
Yeah, but they live a small, like retirement life, don't they? In like relative peace. I
Uh,
mean, people flock there. They don't want people there.
well, because no one wants to go deal with theirs.
The people that are associated with that family.
Yeah.
Particularly that Habaru guy. Everyone heard his real handful.
Did I put that on? That should be on the right layer. Everybody should be able to see that. Everyone can see that, right? Nope. Clearly not.
That? Define that.
I saw
Give me a
flashing.
second.
Yes. Now we
Correct,
see
yeah.
that.
The green circle.
The lime, like, incredibly
Oh,
There.
it's so much smaller now.
neon. That's the color I'm thinking of. Neon green.
Neon green. Yes, that's where you were, and you're heading this way up here.
Okay.
So up this coast.
Ooh.
But you have started to realize you can hear the sound of rushing water.
All right.
Uh,
Everyone roll a d6 for how many times you had to pee.
we're
Oh.
going this direction, correct? Or is it more this direction? Northeast or just straight north?
Sorry. I got asked a very odd question. We'll see what happens shortly, okay? Calm down. Very shortly. So, you guys are following, and eventually you notice that the crabs have moved to the edge of the river and are plunging themselves into it. As they do, you watch as the water hisses and fizzes with effervescence as the crabs die, and you watch as the yellow pustules burst and infiltrate into the water, heading slightly downstream.
That don't look good.
Is downstream towards a town?
Um,
Habaru? Does he know that?
you know that there is a crossing to get across over to Wolfhaven in the area. So lots of people it's not so much a village or anything like this, but you do know that there are like campgrounds there for people to stop before
Is the river
making
like
the
this
crossing
river we're
across to
talking about?
the island.
Is that the river the crabs are plunging in right there where I've just drawn?
Yes, that is the
Okay.
river.
Okay.
And as it travels further downstream, you notice that the yellow disperses.
As in like
Dilutes.
dilutes
Dilutes,
significantly.
yeah. It just loses color.
Hmm. Does
I
anyone know identify?
No.
no.
Shady?
No.
Shit, do I? What are my spells again?
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna take a bloody vial of the yellow gross water and then I'll identify it and it'll tell us what it is. I know
I-
identify! Hell yeah! What do I need?
Oh, whoops. I should have another
Could
spell.
also Arcana it.
You could also Arcana it.
Can I just roll a nature check and see? Do I know if this might do anything to the water or to the
Yeah,
local
you can
river?
roll me a survival.
Okay. Well, I have one higher in survival. I don't think I'm gonna roll well.
I'm just
Yeah.
surprised Fireman hasn't tried to lick one yet.
I don't know. I think the pus may have turned them off from licking it.
Hey, look, if they didn't stop dissolving that water, it was only a matter of time before I cracked one open like a ripe cassava melon and ate it.
God, please do not describe how you eat a pus. Grosses me out.
Did you actually eat a crab?
No,
No,
we didn't
no.
get there yet.
Okay, good.
So it
Yeah,
seems
ro-
as if I started doing this, I might avoid the old eating of a crab.
I rolled a 3 on survival, so I don't know jack shit.
You know jack shit. But you do
And
know that that crossing is downstream.
can I identify a bottle of the yellow water?
Okay, you reach in, goop up a bottle of the yellow water, and are you casting it as a ritual, or are you actually just casting the spell?
I believe I'm just casting it as a ritual at what, 10 minutes? 1 minute.
Yep. So you sit with a bottle of yellow water for 10 minutes. Yes, you sit with the bottle of yellow water for about 10 minutes, and you do realize that this water is contaminated. It does contain, it does seem to glow with the flashes of certain transmutation magics.
1 second. So I should learn, I guess, if it's a magic item or magic imbued object, I'll learn the properties and how to use them.
Yes,
So
you are
what?
aware by consuming this, it will transform the drinker. Into what, you're not sure.
Probably some sort of fucking crab.
Crab people.
Alright, well, I'll relay that to the party, that if you drink the water,
Uh,
you will be transformed into a crabman.
I
And
will. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that we should probably warn Wolfhaven that their water that they should begin like water testing at least. If we can just, I don't know, contact Wolf Water authorities.
Yeah, I will shoot a message back to King and say, "Hey, minor emergency. Can you
Mine.
or your sisters, more likely your sisters,
Did you send all of this in one text message, or did you say, hey, minor emergency, send, and then the second part?
You're
no,
gonna get some. You're gonna get a
no,
lot
I
of
hate
wicked.
people who say things like that of like, oh, I got a big problem. Send. Where are my car keys? Like, it's not a big problem. So no,
Okay, so you send it all
Not
to
a
the
I tell
problem
him
problem
it's,
if I
message.
it's
need to
one
get in the car,
message.
dude. I don't appreciate that shade. It feels directed.
Because if you had, you would have gotten a, why, is Wicked okay? Back.
God, dude, you. Okay. Yes. Minor emergency. We think the crabs are contaminating the water. Feynman has identified that they're full of like transmutation magic. We've noticed that they're jumping into a stream that leads to Wolfhaven. You probably need to contact them, have them start filtering the water very heavily.
You
The
get back
magic
a
leap
thumbs
comes in.
up emoji.
Thumbs up emoji.
Is there
Okay.
anything left of the crabs when they enter the water?
Corpses that are
Just
exuding that yellow pussy substance.
So they're just piling up.
Yeah.
Is there like just a log we can just put over so they can climb the log so they don't go in the water?
Not across the whole river.
I feel like their goal is to go in the water, though.
So, okay,
Does
hang
it
on.
seem like they're trying to get to the
Tegan,
other side, or does it feel like they want to go in the water?
No,
hang
it
on.
seems like that they're trying just to get to the water.
Are they when we say trying to cross the river, are they going to like this island right here?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
I'm going to grab a couple of them, go up a bit further, and see if they head back to where we were, or if they're just going to go straight to the water.
they just head straight to the water where they basically expire and start to secrete
Gross.
like effervescent like effervescent tablets, like Barocca.
So we need to. Do we need to get to this island then? Is that what we're needing to do?
How far away is the island from us?
There is a very long tension rope bridge that does connect.
Oh, a bit like
Um,
just distance over the water.
Yeah, over the water. That crossing is probably about 2 k's down the road. Down
Rather,
if
from where we're standing.
Yes, if you go follow the river down towards the sea, yeah, about 2 k's down that way, you can see that there's a bridge across there.
Okay. My question is, what is the gap between where we're standing and the island if I were to just fly across?
It would probably take you maybe 15 to 20 minutes to fly across.
I could just take a crab over there and see if he wants to go in the water or if he's going somewhere.
Well, hang on a second there, champ.
Do you do it?
You got hang on. What about the rest of us?
Well, if we know that he wants to like continue on, then I'll come back and we'll go across the bridge. If he just goes into the water, then it's probably not like on the island, it's in the water, is my hypothesis. So are they trying to get to the island or are they trying to just get to something that's in the water? You know what I mean?
Is no one else able to fly?
What's wrong with me floating over? I'm a farmhand.
I just listen. I have a Sunday night game, and let me tell you, you guys are like considered fucking professional players compared to that group. But because everyone just went off on their own, I don't like the idea of us getting separated.
I mean, I'm only going to go over and then come right back. Like, I'm not intending, if there's something over there, I'm just going to fuck
That's
off.
what everyone says. Oh, I'm just gonna go over there and come right back. But no, okay, I get what you're saying. Okay.
I think legally I could also carry Wicked, because the crab's not that heavy. I could take two of us.
Legally.
You could probably take another person, providing you can lift them,
I got
providing
a
you've got the
3 in
strength score.
Yeah.
Are you off your L plates?
I am off my plates.
Then you should be right to carry a passenger with you.
Yeah, well, that should be good.
I recently got my license renewed.
However, we can just walk the rope bridge, but I suspect the rope bridge is somewhat of a trap.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's a well-maintained bridge.
Nope.
Yeah, it's
Now
just
that
the
you said
bridge
that's not a
is
trap, it is a
maintained.
trap.
Does
It
not
is.
mean...
No. I'm. This is me as the TM. Like,
Wicked is walking towards
no,
the bridge.
not trying to like subversively like do anything. It is a well-maintained tension bridge across that people take wagons and trade across.
Yeah, but that
Can't
doesn't mean
trust
there's no
that.
funny business in the water.
Yep. Nope. Can't trust that.
Okay,
Let's fucking walk our asses over to the bridge. Can I take a crab with me, though?
you can take a crab. He's waving his little claws at you.
I was literally just going to stuff him in my backpack.
Okay, you
Oh,
shove
don't
him
do
in your
that.
backpack. He's not happy about it, but he goes. Yeah, basically. That's
Got
going to
Basically,
be
your
so
a
he
tough
lives
one
in your
getting that out
backpack, have
later.
you?
All right, Habru, to the bridge.
We'll meet you over at the bridge, Feynman. If it's a trap, come to the bridge. If it's not a trap,
I was going to just go
Oh.
with you guys so we don't separate.
Oh, okay.
Because that way
Uh,
we just, everyone's there, and you've got your schmick level 7 monk with you.
Yes, you're
Who's
truly going to be the one carrying this
notably
party.
more handsome than he was before.
So you guys
Oh, is
make
that
your
how that
way.
went?
It is.
So you guys make your way down to the bridge. You do see that there are a number of there does seem to be a commune of people set up in the camping area before the bridge. They seem to be a lovely group of people. They're playing music. It's pretty calm and chill. They've got some fires going. They're clearly cooking. They kind of see you. They're like, "Hey," wave.
Hey.
Um,
Does the
you
water look
see
any
a
different
number of
down
them
this
go
way?
down to the edge of the river with water
Oh.
collections.
Oh, wait! Hold on!
Don't drink the water.
Don't
Hey, out of
drink the
curiosity,
water!
Just so my spell count is correct, using a spell as a ritual. Spell sword or no?
No,
No,
Okay,
that's why
good.
you do it as a
Oh.
ritual.
that's why you use rituals.
Just wanted to
Dude.
make sure that I'm not one spell down.
I
Just takes an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah, just
am
takes time.
prepped for this situation. Holy shit. I would like to go
Ape shit.
I'll pull the card up. I am gonna go ape shit because I'm prepped. I would like to talk to someone from the camp. I'll just pull up the cart and be like, wait, don't drink the water.
You watch as a elderly half-orc gentleman stops. He seems to be weaving together a basket. They seem to be quite nomadic. They are wearing what appear to be fluffy coats because at this part of the world it is cool. Because you do get the cold winds down off of the mountains and things like this. So he's got quite a lovely fleece-lined jacket vest on. His pants seem to be a bit of a thicker material, and he kind of looks up at you. Um, he's got braids in his hair as well as some beading and whatnot. He looks up at you and he's like, "Oh, hello. It's a. Can I help you, young man?
Hi.
Hello.
Uh, we just came from Wolfwater. As we were coming here, we noticed there's some really ill-looking crabs
Have you told the
contaminating.
water's tainted yet?
Oh, the water is tainted. Oh, we hadn't noticed
Yeah.
anything yet.
Yeah, it looks real bad. But don't worry. I, for once, am actually prepped for this. I will pull out the bag of 160 water sterilization tablets that we got from like
Yep.
in the past. I don't know why I had this, but I have 160 water sterilization tablets.
Yep.
And I'll just kind of hold up the big baggie of the stuff. I have water sterilization tablets if
Oh,
you want some.
Just put it directly into the river.
well, thank you, friend. We will very much appreciate that. Obviously, we do not want to be drinking poisoned water or anything like that. Would you like to stay and have lunch with me and my family?
Um, it's a mighty kind
We-
offer, but we are.
Oh no, we must give you something for your kind gift.
Can I ask some questions?
Oh,
Trade some
absolutely,
knowledge?
absolutely. Please come, come, come. He literally pulls you down off of the wagon. He takes your hand, puts a hand around your shoulder. Habaru, he's about the same height as you. He leads you over. He's like, please, please, take a sip, take a sip. He pours you what appears to be a milky-looking drink. And he hands it to you.
Have they sterilized their water?
I was
This
gonna
is
say,
not
I'm
made with water, it's made with milk.
No, I'm just like the other. Have they done that to their?
Not yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, is it worth me analyzing that as well, or are we just like this is more directly at you, Tegan? Are we
You
fine to
can
trust that the tablets are fine, or like
you're fine to trust that the tablets will do what
Okay.
they need to do at least.
okay, cool.
I will divvy up the water sterilization tablets, and I'll give them like 60.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, thank you, thank
Just-
you. Here, please take a drink, take a drink. This is we have some nogged goat's milk.
well, thank you much. But normally, yes, we would love to stay for lunch, but we are in a hurry. And if you don't mind me asking you some questions about the island up here,
Yes, of
do
course, of course.
you?
I already said yes. Please, please come, talk. We chat. We eat some goat meat. We drink some milk. We do some questions. Yes,
Others got
you
goat
cannot answer
milk
questions on
and
a
goat meat. Is
yes, goat milk and goat meat.
there anything about him not goat themed? Is he a goat man?
He is
No,
not a
half
goat
orc.
man. He's a half orc.
It'd be a bit
But
awkward if he was a goat man now.
he brings out what appears to be a slab of smoked goat meat. He's got some radishes, some horseradish cream with it, some really nice big thick crusty bread. Please, please take a seat. Take a seat. You
No,
cannot-
no, please. We can't stay for lunch. We have to go. All right, I'll answer your questions over lunch.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
sneaky way.
Christ.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. I mean,
Do you do you and your group come by this area often?
We come through this way frequently, but we don't like to do it. We haven't liked to do it for a little while now. Going through the island. First of all, you have to fight the commune of black chickens. We do not like the black chickens.
What
But
what do you mean the black chickens?
oh, there is a settlement that was overrun by black chickens. There is a sign. Do not worry. You will see the sign. It says "Beware black cock." But to continue past that,
Jesus Christ!
I didn't
Excellent.
even establish that. That's the worst part. Yes, I believe it wiped out the Grung village that was there. Anyway, you go past that, but then the forest gets very, very weird. It gives you very eerie. We don't like to stop there, so we have started stopping here, so we can head straight on through to Wolfhaven. You don't want to stay in the village. You don't want to stay in the forest for too long. Everything is very, very weird there. But we spent some time with the musicians. There is a commune in the middle of the island. We stayed with some musicians. They call themselves the Temple of Bliss. Uh, we ended up deciding not to stay there. After we started to realize we were forgetting things, we were forgetting each other, we were forgetting to eat, we were forgetting our songs. It was all very terrifying. So we decided after that not to stay. We continue on from here to Wolfhaven non-stop.
I think you're making the right choice and not staying there. I think something is wrong out there, and we want to investigate. Do you know how long you guys were out there before you guys started to become forgetful? You noticed, I guess, per se, that you were forgetting
We
things?
ended up realizing we had lost about a week.
Mm.
The only reason we realized is we are a family traveling together. We started to forget each other. It is like the time my great uncle Yusuf he lost his mind and he started forgetting us and pretending that he was part walrus. We did not like this. He grew out his tusks. It was a terrible look for him.
How did
No one is
you?
fishing, by the way,
Oh,
Shady.
except for one.
Feynman is fishing.
Uh, what made you remember? Was there any one particular moment that anyone did something in which you realized you were forgetting things, or where
No,
you felt like you just woke
it
up?
wasn't so much remembering. It is more the fact we were struggling more and more to remember. It, when you go to a house and you walk into a room, you stand there for a while, go, "Why did I come into this room?" And you walk out again, and then you remember.
Vaguely, yeah.
Yes, something similar to that happened.
Okay, so beware the black cock. Don't stay in
Yes,
the forest too long.
yes. The
There's a
black chickens, the black chicken clan, they are all an
yes, the black cock
amalgamation.
Are they
clan.
are they large
No,
chicken?
no, no, no. No, no, no. They are not the Black Cock clan. No, no, no. They are ruled over by one black rooster. The rest of them are all demon chickens.
Oh.
I do
What
not know
kind of
why.
music?
I just know they took out the Grung. That there was a Grung village near there.
Oh.
It is gone now. They ate them all. And there are tales. We hear stories. We are storytellers, you see. We hear stories of a strange robotic man that is seen wandering through the forest every so often. He he appears in a mist and then disappears. No one knows when he will show up, but the chickens allow him passage. We think he is the god of the cocks.
Jesus fucking Christ, Tegan.
Blame Craig. Blame Craig
You
all
gotta
for
find another
this.
fucking descriptive word for the chickens, man. You gotta call them something else.
Okay. Robotic man in the forest. What was the temple called again? There's the Temple of.
The Temple of Bliss.
How do you spell that?
Police?
Bliss. Bliss.
Okay, it sounded like you were saying police or like polaz. I don't
Bliss.
know, dude.
Yes,
Police. Okay.
Bliss.
Okay,
Temple of
police.
the Police. All right.
He did name on purpose. Craig did name them on purpose. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Temple of
Imagine.
Bliss. Wait, what
Bliss.
else
And
are we?
Temple of
Bliss.
Bliss, Andrew.
The Temple of Bliss.
He's just Russian.
Yes, he's
Leave him
Russian.
alone. He's really quick. He's just trying to get out of there. Get it, guys? Because he's Russian.
Trying to get out of there. He gave us lunch and he forced
No,
us to sit
because
down
he's
with
Russian?
Yeah,
them.
but he is Russian. He's always rushing
That's what.
around.
I hate
Anyway,
you all so
continue.
much.
Anyway,
Okay.
Dusty, level with me. Would you eat goat meat from a goat man?
What part of the man is it from?
Okay, no,
No,
that's
like
sidetracking.
provided
Continue.
by a goat man.
We can ask this later.
Yes.
I think it's important Twitch knows Dusty's standpoint. Character building, really.
I think it'd be weird.
What about goat milk?
From a goat man?
Yeah.
What part of the goat man is it from?
What,
Well, no, the goat man's not producing it. He's just giving it to you. But it's really thick.
well, I mean, not from a goat man.
Stay away from the goat cheese
Why
then.
are we going? Yes, because cheese is just solid milk. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, yes.
Yeah, Kev,
Let's
continue.
No,
No,
you,
that's all my
continue your
goat-based
conversation.
questions.
Okay, good.
Damn it.
Um, Wicked, you're also given a mug of what he called nogged goat milk. It smells like cinnamon and nutmeg and ginger. It essentially smells like eggnog just made with goat milk.
Ooh. Wicked will drink it. Ooh, she'll bring the cookies.
Okay.
Somewhere over by the river, Feynman, you hear the crinkle of cookie wrapping.
But did I catch a fish?
With a survival, yes, you do catch a fish.
Is it like a fucked up kind of fish?
It doesn't appear to be. At first, it doesn't appear to be. But as you bring it up to the surface, you realize it has a tail. It looks like a fish. It looks like a very, very nice trout. Apart from it's kind of got that kind of axolotl-y look to it now. It's got two little, what appear to be front legs and two little back legs growing that appear strangely amphibian.
Does it, when I take it out of the water, does it like, can it breathe?
It does still have gills, so it is gasping a little bit. It does look a little bit like a really fucked up axolotl.
I might put that back.
You put it in and it swims it swims away in a part doggy paddle, part swish of the tail.
Yeah, I'll not talk about that. That's ruined fishing for Feynman.
And yes,
Shady
then
just-
you hear the
Shady's just
the
looking at
crackle-
you with a quizzical look. What the hell was that?
in the distance you hear.
Some kind of legged fish.
I ain't seen one of them before.
No, it's probably fine.
In the meantime, Wicked, you pull out some still slightly warm double chocolate chip stuffed cookies, and the inside is stuffed with what appears to be like a cheesecake filling.
Ooh.
And they're still warm.
Ooh.
Like the actual wrapper had like a warming spell put on it for you.
How many are there?
There's about he's put like 13 in, so a baker's dozen.
That liar. He did not sleep much last night.
God, King is such a fucking simp. Christ.
She's gonna first take a bite of one.
It's really good. Like, the crumb on it is just right, but it's got just that little bit of crispness to where the caramelization is on the edge, and the cheesecake is perfectly set and just the right amount of give to it. It's not gooey at all. It's just yeah,
Right? Then she'll dip it in the goat nog.
the goat nog. Yeah. Oh, that makes it taste even better. It adds, like, a little bit of really nice, pumpkin pie spicing to the cheesecake flavoring.
She's just sort of like sitting crisscross applesauce, the bag in her lap, sort of holding it close to her as she's eating.
Should I send it? Yes, you can if you want. Okay, so, Habaru, unbeknownst to what everybody else in your party is doing, you're getting answers. It's not nearly
Uh,
as good as the cookies, but
yeah, I was gonna say, and I'm not hearing anything good. Okay. Um, I don't think I have any more questions.
I
How long
warned you.
ago?
This was for probably a month ago. Um, and I will tell
Month
you,
ago.
traveling through the forest, if you travel through the forest, it is very eerie. It is very quiet. Nothing moves. There is no sound from the trees, no sound from animals. It is almost silent. It is very, very unnerving. We have just put it down to do not stop. Nothing good can come from it. Just go straight through to Wolfhaven.
I think you're on the right track with that line of thought. I would make sure you're checking your water out here before you
Yes, we
drink
will
it.
we will use these little pills you have given us. They are very good. We will make sure to let people know that if they need to get their hands on the pills to put in the water.
Okay.
We will keep an eye out for you again in the future, Pillman. We will do deals, okay? You give us more pills. We will give you
Don't.
food in repayment.
They're not pills. They're tablets. It's
Yes,
okay.
pill, tablet, same thing, right?
You've shown him how to use it,
Great.
right?
I'll
Oh, you
take a
don't
moment
eat
to show
those.
them how to
You
use it. Yeah.
yeah, you just put them
I'm
in the water.
just Hey, here's how you use it. You put it, you
Sorry, I
know.
just tortured Clint, and Clint just yelled at me via private message. He got shown a
Um
picture of cheesecake.
uh Wicked, is there any other questions you want to ask?
Mm, it's a grung village, demon chickens, a black chicken. Uh, none that I can think of. Seems to be about everything.
Okay. Well, it's been a great help, the info you've told us. Thank you very much.
Yes, and thank you for showing us how to use these things. I hope you travel safely, Pillman.
I will.
Yes,
Come on,
you
Pillman,
keep
we gotta
safe.
go.
You keep safe,
Right.
okay? Here, also take this. I mean, you did not eat very much. We still should say thank you for everything you have done. And he passes you a small brown wrap parcel, and it's wrapped with string.
Oh, what's this?
Is some spices. You've got some nog spices in there, and some of the spices of that are traditional to our people.
Oh, well,
Ooh.
thank you very much.
Yes, take in moderation. They will help with mental clarity. They will help you, you know, help you with a few things. Just do not take too much. You will be awake for too long, and then mental clarity does not help you anymore.
Oh, is this what you all took when you were trapped in there?
Some people, yes.
Okay, well, thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated.
Yes, yes. Well, good luck. I hope to see you in Wolfhaven, or when you come back through here.
Yeah, perhaps we will see each other again.
Yes. Goodbye, Pillman. Goodbye, Wicked.
Bye bye.
Fucking learnt Wicked's name, but not Habaru's. An ass. Next time we see him, I'm not going to feel remorseful that he's greatly mutated by that water.
Habaru
No,
also
he's
never introduced himself.
yeah, I know that's my own fault. I didn't think we would be stopping. But yeah, okay. So I gave him the water purification tablets. Uh,
So, you all climb back into the wagon and start crossing the bridge?
Yeah, let's
I will
cross.
tell the rest of the group what I've been told.
Okay. So as you're crossing the bridge, you know you've got about 20 minutes or so of bridge crossing before you hit the island.
Before we cross the bridge, I will call King and put him on speaker.
His first question: is Wicked there?
No, it's
Is
like,
she okay?
hello, Habaru.
Hey, dickhead, you're on speaker.
Oh, hi, Wicked. Have you tried the cookies yet?
Yes, they're wonderful. Thank you.
I'm really glad you liked them. I thought you might. Um, I'm. Were they still warm? I wasn't sure if the spell would hold.
Yes, yes, they were. They're awesome.
Oh, good, good, good. Have you got to the sandwiches yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll let you figure that out for yourself. I really, I wasn't sure what you like, so I put a little bit of everything. There's some chicken and there's some beef and some cheese and things like that. There's also, a little charcuterie board as well for a bit later. Worth it to see Andrew laughing.
Wicked is also
I
laughing.
thank you, King, for the charcuterie board.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
glad. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, hey, so we're about to go into a place that may steal our memories or make us forget shit. We just got done talking to a group of travelers. They got trapped there for about a week before they remembered that they were losing memories. And
Okay, so
left.
you want me to hit you up in
Uh,
about a week and see if you're still there or not?
a week, brother. I don't want to even be there at the end of the day. What do you mean a week?
Okay, so if I haven't heard from you by tomorrow, I'll send my auntie in after you.
Oh, don't send your auntie. No, no, no. Anyone else but her.
I mean, if it's something weird to do with a book,
No, no, no,
she's
no,
at
no,
least
no, no.
unaffected
No,
by
no,
it.
no, 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 no. Not your auntie. Not your auntie. Please.
What's wrong with my auntie? She's a lovely
I,
woman.
I'm not trying to turn into a three-legged chicken again. All
I
right.
mean, look,
Once is once.
look. It'll be really good.
I
She's
couldn't
not
look. I didn't
affected.
have any eyes.
Look, you answered her riddle, and she showed you what your riddle would look like. Look, besides the fact that you're weirdly uncomfortable around my family, uh, look, she's unaffected by weird magic and things like that. So she's probably the best bet to set in there if I don't hear back from you tomorrow.
I just doesn't she already have memory problems to begin with?
I don't know. Do you want to try that? Do you want to tell her that?
No, but I don't want to send her to the place where people are forgetting things.
she won't be affected by that if it is a result of the book.
Uh,
Unless you want me to come myself.
yeah, no. Okay,
I
just
mean, that'd be great though, because it means that if we do that and we forget
no,
it and all that kind of stuff, I get to meet
no,
Miss Wicked over and over again.
no. Okay, let's just do this. Give us like 2 days.
2 days? I can do 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, like message me tomorrow morning to make sure. But if I'm not
Absolutely.
with it, then yeah, you should probably send
If
your
you send me new phone who's this, I'll send her.
Yeah, I really don't like this. Okay. Thanks, Wicked, for awakening a part of King that I never knew existed.
All right, well, good
Oh.
luck. Bye, Wicked. I hope you do okay. And
Like,
don't worry, if something goes wrong, I'll come after you.
I've already hung up.
He's so mean to him.
Shady's already gone. He's on his bike. He's started down the road.
I'm on the horse and
On
I've got
his
the arms
horse.
out. Eyes are closed.
There's a nice breeze that comes through here. It's quite cool. It's got a little bit of an icy nip to it.
Shady's just riding across, eyes closed, just listening.
Great. Okay. Let's go. Wait a minute. I'll look to Feynman.
I'll look
How
at
are
the bow.
how are you gonna act?
Accordingly.
No, because we'll be forgetting things.
Oh, let's not follow that topic any further before we, or at least discuss it in private.
Yeah. Okay.
That is an interesting line of thought, though.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm kind of
Oh.
curious.
I'm
Let's go.
assuming we can't lead the wagon across the bridge.
It's cart-sized.
You can. It's car
Oh,
sized.
is it? Okay.
Yeah. It's
Um.
like a 2-lane like roadway. So
Big
coming and
bridge.
going.
Okay. Then yes, I will cross the bridge with the carts.
Yep. You're behind Shady. So because Shady, you're in front and you're just riding your way across on your horse. The minute you hit the perimeter of the island, there's a weird, eerie stillness to this place. Every now and then, you're a little bit confused because even the trees don't seem to be making any noise. There's no every now and then there is an interspersed sound of what appears to be just this loud, almost gunshot, just cracking noise. And you're not really sure what it is, but every now and then you just hear this. Um, there is no insect life that you can hear of. There is no sound of animal life. There is no bird life. It is all very quiet.
Could I tell
So
where the
quiet
direction
that
was?
it's so quiet that in the distance off to your right, you do very faintly in the distance hear the sound of crowing. Just
Let's not go that way.
Wait, like a crow or?
no, as in like a rooster.
Rooster.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh. Fuck off.
I
You know what time it is, gamers? time to look at farmhand Richard Feynman's Farmhand Encyclopedia.
Almanac.
Okay.
Yeah, the Almanac of Crops.
Do you wait on the other side, by the way, Shady, for them to join you?
Yeah, I'll just move off the path a little bit, but I've still got my eyes closed listening.
Yeah. Okay, so you're looking at the almanac.
Yep. I'm just gonna, like, the book normally just takes you to where you want to go, so I'm just gonna open it and see what, like, where's it gonna open me to?
Let's see. Chicken.
As you do so, you turn to the pages of Bois-Frise Rising, Bois-Frise, the god of forgetfulness, the House of the Toad. But as you start to notice the pages, you notice that the next page is loose.
Oh? I'll have a gaze. What's loose about it?
As
What is the
in,
page?
you're able to turn the page.
Ah, well, I'll turn the page.
And comes up the warning. You
The
see the writing shimmer momentarily as to your eyesight, farmhand Feynman. It does indeed shift, and it starts to say the words. Just double check. In the fight against Bois-Frise, one shall become blessed with the sight of the mad prophet, Nebi 5. This sight shall bestow the gift of foresight to the blessed, driving them to conduct the summoning of the prophet herself. But pay heed. In summoning the prophet, you shall lose the gift. However, you will gain dark and terrible knowledge about the one who would change the world, the Titan King. But beware, reader, and be sure of your path, as the world as you know it will change for good or ill. Nebi 5 bestows great knowledge to return the slumbering ones to their dreams, but she will bring with her dark knowledge that will divide your path. And as you're reading this, as you read over the words, the Titan King, you seem to notice that they shift and shimmer. And as it does so, it changes the words to the prismatic witch.
Alright, do I recognize that in any way? The
As
prismatic
Farmer
witch?
Feynman? Nope. There's a little
Oh.
niggle in the back of your consciousness where you feel like you should remember it.
I'll not pursue that any further. In my mind. What was it? The prismatic witch.
Yes.
I'll tell the gang about that. I'll also tell them what I presume I read about. What's his name? Benny Felly. Benny Felly? Benny.
Zenobelli?
Boaferus. Who's the god of forgetfulness?
Oh, Bois-Frise.
Boaferus. I believe it says that if you look into his eye, you get. There's something about looking into his eye, isn't there? He's got a hypnotic gaze, looking the great owl force victim into soul and rendering to the being's clutches. Okay. So that clearly means don't look in his eyes. Right?
Uh, hang on.
These are pages you've got too, Andrew, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
got
yeah.
a
What page are you
main-
looking at? I'm looking at the House of the Toad.
I'm looking at Bois-Frise, the god of forgetfulness.
So, uh, so to summon, Buffy, he can
Have
summon
you
forth.
linked these, Tegan, to Wikipedia articles in the decoded section of this, or is this just something that's automatically happened?
I think that's just automatically happened.
Because it's taking me to like wiki fandom of the Elder God.
I
Or
think
like
that's
the
then just
Great
I think
Old
that's
One
just
is
something
taking me to
has
the
happened.
Lovecraft fandom.
Yeah, it's just something that's
Alright,
happened. I don't know
cool.
why.
I was like, is this real? But no, I don't think it is. Okay.
God
Yeah, in
damn
the
it.
decoded section of the God of Forgetfulness.
This is another monster we can't permanently kill. Grrr!
You can't permanently kill all of them.
Well,
No, but this
the
one
best
specifically
best
says
part
you
about this one,
cannot
I will give
permanently
you a
kill
hint with
this.
this one. As you know from the Rite of Banishment, the page on the Rite of Banishment,
Yep.
Yeah.
it tells you how you can get rid of one of them, Andrew.
Yeah, but I'm not looking at the page. I'm looking at the one that says I can't kill this fucking toad. That's what I care about. Though he cannot be slain permanently, and that of religion cannot touch it, it can
What
be
page is that
temporarily
one?
felled. The
House
House
of
of
the
the Toad. Yeah. Rebound behind the gates of the Imperium sign and the sigil and keys of those who walk in between. I just want to kill something and for it to stay dead.
So yes, you're reading your farmer's almanac.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm there. That's fine. I get it.
Okay.
I
So eventually.
I gonna assume I don't have any idea of what's going on.
Well, you have these pages because you succeeded the
Oh,
wisdom save, so you know
I
what's happening.
specialize. Yeah, no,
Yeah, he's-
I have the pages, and so I should know what's going on. I just very rarely do understand what's going on.
Well,
it's
we
almost
can
like it's written in nonsense.
You can defeat the toad. We need his bile so that we can banish Xenobelli.
Yeah,
Him not dying is kind of neither here nor there for us.
it's cringe.
I presume that once you defeat him, because it says you can only awaken him with the idol, the touch of his idol on the stone door to his temple.
Yeah,
I presume no one else will be able to get in without the idol, which we have anyway. So it just sort of means that.
We don't have his idol
no,
yet.
no, we don't have his idol. We have the
What, didn't
idol
we get the
of
idol from the
the
crab
no,
guy? I
Crabby.
thought that was his idol.
No, that was the crab idol.
No.
Crab
Yeah.
idol.
Wait, so what are we doing? Where are we going?
We're going to the
We-
temple of the forgotten toad, who is
Well,
the
why?
like.
You'll
Well,
see.
his
We don't have.
idol is
Crabs were
probably
leading
there.
you there.
Yes,
Crab's
part
also
of
leading us to the
the
necromancer.
no, necromancer is the one who summoned the crab.
He summons a crab. The crabs lead to the god of forgetfulness. It says that he has a religion, that he will reward his religion as well. So presumably they might already even be there with the idol.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, so
Oh, I get it.
there's gonna be a cult of legionnaires out there.
I think we're gonna
Uh,
get there, and the door's already gonna be open.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe imprint sign then probably. I might stay
Within
there. So,
the temple is a vast.
We're gonna
From
get there. The door's gonna be open. We're gonna beat up these cultists, put this bitch back to sleep for a bit, and then we gotta collect his bile, seal the door again, so he's sealed away. Then we gotta come back, banish Nebuli with his bile. Then take care of the necromancer and the Thrig. Bada bing, bada boom. We got a plan.
Well, yes, and you're not too far off. But during that fight, to get that bile from him, one of us is gonna go mad with the sight of the mad prophet.
If you look in his
Uh,
eye, but I think it
No, just straight up.
implies-
It says in the fight against him, one shall become blessed with the sight. So it doesn't
I
matter
don't think that's
who.
necessarily us though. That might be one of his blokes.
But why would they fight against him though? It's word for word. It's in the fight against him.
Yeah, but it says in the fight against him one. I don't think that necessarily means us, because then they have to do his they're gonna be able to summon the prophet. So if one of us is blessed with the sight, they're gonna have to then summon someone, or be
Wait.
forced to summon someone.
Wait.
I think Andrew's got it.
Well, hang on. The prophet herself. I thought. No, I'm confusing the prophet for the necromancer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
no.
And we have no idea who the prophet is. Okay. Yeah. What do we need to know before we continue?
Don't
We're
look the
looking
fucking
for a temple,
in the eye
right?
once we get in there. That's probably like numero uno
Real,
is to be aware. We're looking for the temple.
Yeah.
real quick.
Don't
Uh,
look the toad in the eye.
What were you saying, Dusty?
sorry, real quick. In any of these pages, does it say anything about uh Boofy the Forgetty Man being a traitor of any kind?
No.
Technically, every single god in this book is a traitor to the Empyreans.
But it's not expressly stated in the book, no.
No.
It's
Yeah.
just implied that they all are.
Mm.
Because I wonder if the prophet might be the thrall of the betrayer's son.
We haven't gotten anything about the prophet herself.
Aside from the name, yeah.
Yeah, like literally, this is her first mention. I think is the prophet right here.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Okay.
I
so
think this.
So
I'm sorry. Go
eventually,
ahead.
you make it to the other end of the bridge where you see Shady waiting for you. You are hit by the same eerie silence of this place. As I said, there are no insects, no birds. You again hear every now and then the sound of deep wooden cracking followed by a boom. But one thing that the rest of you notice as you find your way onto the island is every now and then you get this feeling of slight sluggishness, almost like it's a little bit hard to breathe, like the air's a little bit thin every now and then.
Shady wasn't feeling that correct when he crossed.
Shady doesn't
Yep.
need to breathe.
Oh, well. Damn it! Defeated again.
There was something.
Damn,
about
Shady,
a
stay
fog.
winning.
There's something about a fog, right?
There's
Forest.
forgetfulness
I
in
think
that
we
fog.
established it was forest.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no fog.
No, there's no fog.
It's
No,
not
but you get
forgetful.
brain fog.
By chance, is there like a mountain-ish in this area?
There is not.
Okay, well, that's a bit concerning. Because
Not that you can see of, anyway.
yeah. Butthead was said to have been sealed under a mountain.
Shady's going to try and light up a cigarette. What does a flame do?
It's pretty small. There doesn't seem to be a lot of oxygen, but every now and then you'll get a little extra waft so that it'll go. So you do manage to light your cigar.
Air seems a
Where's the
bit
crab?
thin out this way.
Where's the crab trying to go? Feynman?
Sorry, what? Oh yeah, I'll let the crab out. Sorry, I'm setting up like fucking the 9 new attacks I get from being level 6.
You pull
brag about it.
you pull the crab out,
Hey, you're level
and
6, fucker.
it has expired and it is just gooping onto your hand.
It expired.
Yes.
What was the use by date?
Apparently, 2 hours ago.
All right. Crap. Fucking shitty little
Poppy.
crab. Can I,
Muggy.
as a monk, try and
Oh, here we go.
use my understanding of the weave to sort of gauge its connection to anything in this area, if that makes sense? Is its
Sure.
aura
I will allow
drawn
you
to
to.
anything?
I will
Arcana?
allow you to meditate and roll me an Arcana
Why Arcana? I've got a -2 on Arcana.
because it's
I mean,
the weave, my dude.
it makes sense for the roll, but why is Arcana my weave? 8.
There is a magic to this place. You can feel it. You can feel it even with an 8, you can feel it prickling over your skin because there's something about the magic of this place that seems to prickle at you of familiarity.
I should have argued for a religion. Okay. There's magic, but I assume
Have you
it's not in
stopped,
any
or are
which
you still
way.
continuing on now? Just need to ask. Like, have you stopped the wagon, or are you still rolling into the forest now?
Oh,
I'll just meditate in the back of the wagon.
Mm.
Okay. As you are
we would probably
meditating,
stop
as
at
you're trying.
the edge of the forest.
Okay, so
Like
you
soon
have
as we
stopped?
cross.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Then I wait. I'll wait. I'll hold my horses. Hold your horses.
I
You
My
stop.
horse
my
can hold
horses
himself.
are held.
So, Feynman, yeah, there's a strange prickle in just on the edges of your conscious periphery, and you're not really sure. It's almost like someone's knocking at a door, but you can't find the key for the door.
Oh.
Okay. Um, 1 second. I don't know what I can do with that information, gang. Something's around. Things aren't good. The forest bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So, where do we go now? The village?
Hang on. First off, is there a way we can I don't want to leave the horses out here because I'm afraid they're going to get slaughtered.
Can we just ride through with everything?
Well, there is a road through the forest.
Yeah, but do we want to take the road?
yes.
So okay.
Well, it's
Um,
either we take the road or we don't take the horses.
Oh, is there a valley on this island?
Yes.
So we need to go to the valley then.
Does the road conveniently lead to the valley?
It
'Cause
does
that's how
lead
you
through
would
the valley,
always
yes.
make roads.
Ugh. God, I hate that the one time I'm actually right and I'm reading something correctly, it leads me to the thing I don't want to go near. Bufaris locked behind an ancient stone door somewhere in the Holland Valley.
Mhm.
And a group of legionnaires formed a cult to the beast. So there are probably a bunch of dickheads out here.
Hollenback girls.
If only.
Oh god, I just got a sense of deja vu.
Oh no, it's already hitting him.
Alright, just
All right.
ignore me and chat for 1 second.
You're ignored.
Yeah.
That is
Okay.
not how you spell weave, but okay.
Oh, that's how autocorrect said it was spelt, so I just left it as that.
Weave, as in, like, to weave a cloth.
Weaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what it autocorrected to.
An ancient acropolis built in the heart of the valley.
Okay, that works. Awesome. How do I
So,
make
okay.
a weapon give me an AC?
You just keep a memory on your AC or put a note on it.
Okay, I'll up my AC by 1 because I'm never not using my weave blades.
You can actually add
Right.
them in the defense. There's a defense panel. If you've got it activated, you can actually add it in there with a tick box.
All right. Let's get
Talk
going.
about it after.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we going into the forest?
We gotta go in the
Yeah.
forest.
Into the thick of it? Into the
Yeah,
thick of it?
I'll ride ahead
Okay,
in
So-
the front.
Shady, you take off into the forest. It is, as I've said repeatedly, eerily quiet as you are riding along. It's so quiet that it makes you jump a little bit when a deer does wander across the road. It seems to be staggering a little bit. It looks incredibly weakened. And it kind of just stops for a moment, looks at you, and you watch as it folds itself up as it sits down, and just you watch as it just stops breathing and lies over on its side and just expires.
Go on, fresh meat.
Wait, hold on. You gotta.
It's gonna spare the dying.
No, hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Holding.
You
Holding.
can eat it.
She's about to make it into a mushroom. Mushroom.
I am not sparing it. It is dead.
You had your chance.
Oddly, Feynman, as every step the horses take as the wagon enters into the forest, with every
The
step,
dark side.
that little fog in your mind seems to ebb away just ever so slightly. It's not that this is not like when you are awakened. It is like something is actively pushing the curse at bay. And with every step, you are gaining clarity
Oh,
as it's been
excellent.
pushing back.
You know we're about to get some god powers up in here.
You can
Oh.
feel
Yeah.
the entity that is Richard Feynman slowly being pushed back by an invisible wall.
Are we really only gonna have Farmer Feynman for 2 whole sessions?
No. He's going to still be there. He's just being pushed
it's
at
just
bay.
like it's just like on pause or moved to the back burner instead of like because it's not
forefront.
like the characters realize because the gimmick is if the character
yeah.
realizes he changes and the character doesn't realize in this instance he's just moved.
The power that the thing is, it's the power of whatever this is currently stronger than whatever Feynman is,
Ooh. Puny god.
which denotes that it is much older and more ancient than Richard Feynman.
Interesting. Also, I am
Pondering.
going to.
Are you shrooming
going-
the deer?
Yes, I'm turning it into a spore beast.
Okay. Shady, you watch as there is this puffball cloud
What the heck?
that settles on the deer.
I'll look back at Wicked. Really?
Yes, really? I'm gonna need
You
it.
watch as the deer gets up. It's got pitch black eyes.
Yeah, waste not, want not. The Hopperoo says, looking a little bit queasy.
The deer springs into the back of the wagon, Wicked, and settles itself next to you.
I should say I was not debating whether or not I should do it. I was debating whether or not I should turn it into a spore beast or some other undead. I was debating on which to do with.
You can decide while it's with you.
Yep.
Either way, it's
Well-
coming with you.
Well, I can only do one or the other. Now that it's a
Yeah.
spore beast, I can't animate it.
I suppose
Ah.
it is in your nature, Sister Pestilence.
What'd you call me?
Hey guys, what do we do if the Toad's idol isn't in his temple?
Then I guess we go back to Nethreg and fight the Necromancer.
Necromancer already
Never-
left.
Where'd he go?
You don't know that.
No, I don't.
So after you pick up, yes, you don't want it to become stagnant. Anyway,
Oh my god.
yeah, thanks for that, evil one. You can keep continuing on in through the forest, and eventually you start to hear the sound of music in the distance. It's quite happy. There's a sound of tambourines and clapping, and it's something along the lines of da 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 da. There are words, you're just not close enough to hear it. But yes, you hear the sounds of singing in the distance. Because it's so eerily quiet, you're not exactly sure how far away it is. As Habaru, as you are driving the wagon, roll me a perception.
24. Natural 20.
The music is
Nice.
disconcerting you, putting you on edge, so you're hyper aware all around you. So out of the corner of your eye, when you see something green move in the trees, you immediately stop and turn towards it as you watch as a tallish female figure stands and turns to face you, her eyes eerily bright green. She is wearing, she has brown hair. She's wearing a dark green cloak and robes. And you notice that she's wearing gold and emerald jewelry. As she walks through the underbrush towards you, you can you can see her she's quite tall. She is like 6'5". And as she comes closer, you're caught by those incredibly green eyes. And something about them seems off. And as she's approaching you, rustling through the underbrush, it takes a minute for you to click, and then you understand why her eyes are throwing you off. It's not just how bright green they are. They have a slitted pupil like Feynman. As this woman steps out onto the road, about 10 feet from your wagon.
How fast is the wagon going?
Probably not fast enough.
What's our
You run her
stopping
over.
distance?
Well, I
Uh,
think I had insinuated that Habaru had already kind of slowed.
How about he strikes me as the kind who will run a bitch over.
if I was in a car, yes.
Move,
Uh,
bitch. Get out the way.
uh,
Yeah, we don't want to hit the horses.
hi.
Are you traveling through here? Or are you from here?
Traveling through.
Traveling.
We're gonna beat up a frog.
Beat up a frog? What did the frog do to you? Is
Was
the frog from
rude.
is the frog from the forest?
No.
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Well, that's good then. Um, are you part of the cult?
No.
Oh,
Are
Which one?
you? What
no,
do you mean, which
I'm
one?
visiting. My grandmother lives here.
Your grandmother. Okay. Is your grandmother part of the cult?
Definitely not. She would never join those incessantly brainless happy clappers.
Then why does she live here?
This is her land. It was granted to her by the great ones.
Hey guys, I think about the prophet.
Mm, nah, couldn't be related.
uh that land granted to her by the who are the great
My
ones?
grandmother is the great dragon Ika, protector of creatures. She was granted this land by the sun and moon dragon themselves.
You ever think about how you just told the granddaughter of the fucking protector of creatures or whatever that you're gonna like throw hands at a goddamn frog?
I th- that's a
Invasive. Invasive. It's
big
invasive.
claim that you're the granddaughter of an ancient dragon who
Yes,
was given. Yes, that's a.
I am Evereth, the gentle heart of the West.
Oh, do you call yourself that, or did other people call you that?
It was the title entrusted to me by the people.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Which of the people would that be?
the people of this land after it was saved by the Ascendant Ones.
So the cultists.
No, not of this island. This island belongs to my grandmother. I'm further to the north, where the lands turn to snow, and I'm responsible for bringing in the spring each season.
Yeah. Is there something I can roll to see, like, do these names sound familiar to me since I live here?
3. Let's see how much attention you paid.
None.
Shady's a little bit further up, just moving his finger around his temple, going. Yep.
What am I
Yep.
rolling?
Uh-huh.
History, please.
I thought Shady would be further up, just loudly revving. Just
Can
No,
I?
I'm on my horse.
I'll
I know
allow
you
it with
like-
I will allow it with advantage because it's local history.
Yeah, I should know this.
You should, being the operative word.
Yeah, I know my
Yay!
history.
Yes, these names all seem familiar. Whether or not you believe in dragons is entirely up to you.
Wait. What do you mean if I believe in dragons? What
You
does that
can not
mean?
believe in things.
They haven't been seen for a very long time. The dragons, there are some people in this area that because they haven't seen dragons in a long time, they think the dragons died out.
Okay, so okay, when you said if I believe in them, it made it sound like, do I think they're real or not? Not do you think they still exist?
Yeah, it's more along the line.
Do you
But
believe
yes,
her?
you do know the names of the Gentle Heart and things like this. There are festivals around the turning of the season. The Protector of Creatures, again, it's very local, specifically to this island and this area, especially around Wolfhaven. Not so much Wolfwater. Wolfwater kind of has its own history and legends, especially around the great moon wolves and things like that. That seem to come with the Glass Crown family and protectors and things like this. But yes, you do know that the people to the north of here do believe in the Gentle Heart, the Protector of Creatures, and things like this. They're almost like Appalachian mythos kind of thing.
Okay. Is there a way we can, without being presumptuous, is there a way we can speak to your grandmother about a major
Well,
problem?
I wish you could. I don't know where she is. That's the only reason I've traveled this far south. I haven't heard from her in months.
Hmm.
Oh,
Um.
I imagine you stepped out for a reason. Did you have a question for us before we get too far?
She looks at you. She sees your deer. Have you decided what you're doing with the deer?
That's
Yeah,
dinner. What do you mean?
it's a sport. It's a sport beast. It's already
She
happened.
looks at it. She kind of. You watch as her face becomes a little more serious. Are you responsible for this decay?
It literally dropped dead in front of us. We didn't do
Yeah.
anything to it.
You mean you
Like, we were
can't
just.
sense the entropy on her?
You mean like get mushrooms? Or like a different type of entropy? Because we got led here by some mutated monsters that we're
It
trying to stop.
eeks off her. Can you not sense it? She's looking directly at you, Feynman. Surely, good sir, your dragon magic can sense.
Oh, he's a farmer. He is a farmer. This is farmer Feynman.
Shady's doing the cut the throat
Like-
signal under his.
Like cease.
Stop.
Oh,
Can I sense it?
roll me an insight with advantage.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Insight. 19.
No,
Right, you're
she does mention
dramatic
it.
as fuck.
Now she does mention it as those little cobwebby fog that is Richard Feynman is being slightly pushed back and your true nature is being pushed to the front. You can sense this wave of death and decay that seems to kind of cloak off of Wicked a little bit. It seems to cling to her.
Now, this is going to come off as a bit of a weird question, but is it like an unnatural sense of that, or is it like a, fine?
It seems that she is a battery source of it.
But like
It is
just natively, or is this
Yes.
thrusted upon her?
You couldn't tell with that. You wouldn't be able to know that. You'd need to be able to do soul magic and all this kind of stuff. But it just seems that she is the source of it, not that it is upon her. It's not like she's wearing it like a robe. It's like it's coming from her, exuding from her.
It like as a god, is that really all that odd?
No.
Yeah,
Um,
that's like that's
there
what I
are
was thinking.
entities. There are entities of decay and entropy and things like this. It is
And
unnatural to
to
see it
my
in a
knowledge,
mortal.
they're not like evil. It's just like what their domain is, right?
It depends on the god. But it is certainly strange to see it in a mortal, unless they're a demigod.
Would
are
I
you
be able to
talking about
tell if Wicked's a demigod?
are you talking about like my spores? My little halo thing?
Is this something that you have learned yourself, or do you come by it naturally?
Uh I guess a bit of both.
Then I do not know. Do you promise me, child, that you have not done this?
No, it was like this when we got here.
Are you being honest? Are you being truthful?
Yes.
Roll me persuasion.
As far as she's concerned, none of this is her fault.
Yeah, roll me persuasion.
I think she more means like, did you make it a spore beast?
No. She's asking like her promise, but she's
This-
imbuing like
this island.
dragon magic upon her. And of course, Wicked's telling the truth, so she believes you. Fine.
I hate to cut in, but if you're here to find your grandmother, can we help you? Because I think she can, at the very least, point us in the right direction of something we're searching for, of something we're trying to stop evil.
If it is not your friend, then I believe it is that insidious cult.
Yes.
If you want to help me, you will eradicate them.
Well, before we start killing, I think it would be prudent to find your grandmother. It's her island. I would want
I
to know
will
what
give
she
you
would
a
want
day
to
to
do.
find the source of this. If you cannot find the source, their stay of execution will not be held, and I will raze their temple to the ground. Do you understand?
I mean, I think we were kind of planning on doing that anyway.
I'm gonna say,
good.
gamers,
have a
I don't know
feeling-
about you guys, but like, I thought we were gonna fucking destroy that temple.
No,
good, then we're
because
aligned. Well,
no,
I'll
no.
give you
Hang on,
24
hang
hours
on,
then.
hang on. Jesus fucking Christ! Hang on. We don't need the temple destroyed because we're probably not going to kill this thing. Because we're not going to kill it, we're probably going to need to come back here at some point because again, this is all predicated on, is the idol here? If it isn't here, we have to come back. And if the temple is destroyed,
Can I just like
then
grab Habara real quick for a timeout?
yes.
You may certainly do so
I'm
if
just
he
gonna
allows
like
you.
put my arm around him. Just come here for a second. So there's like some sort of god here, and she's like, "Hey, everything in that temple, I'll fucking kill, and we want to kill the thing in that temple, and she's gonna do it for free." And then we can
It
just
won't
fucking
stay
walk our
dead.
asses. But it does. But then we won't have to fight it, and
But we
fucking get torn in
still
half.
we
can
still
just
have
go
to
in
go
there
to it.
after the fact when everything's pre-raised for us. Yeah, I understand that like it's
We
not
probably
permanent.
still have to get its blessing though. We have to manually fight it
We
ourselves.
have to get its mucus. We don't, and nothing says we have to get the blessing. It says that if we fight it, we will get its blessing and summon like another
Okay.
thing that we'll have to then fight. But
Fine,
if we
Miss. Do you
skip
want
that part,
her getting the blessing then? Do you want her going insane with this knowledge and magic?
she's like a god. I don't think she's affected by it the same way we
Exactly.
are.
Do you want that to happen?
She's just not affected by it in the same way we are.
Are you sure she's a god, or she's just the daughter of a dragon that was entrusted by gods to
If you're the
guard the island?
daughter of a god, what do you think that makes you?
Who says her grandmother's a god though? Her grandmother's just an ancient dragon.
Is her grandmother a god?
Her grandmother is an ancient dragon, like Ahura is an ancient
Yeah,
dragon.
it's just
That
like a
does not
fucking god,
imply
right?
godhood though.
That does not
It
imply
does.
godhood.
Doesn't it? I thought ancient dragons
No.
were all
No.
universally gods.
Okay, let's do this.
No.
Let's do this.
No.
Keegan.
For the context of this, to explain to Kevin, ancient dragons are just powerful enough that they are like treated like gods.
So would
In fact, to take that a step further, with the knowledge I know with my natural 20 about her and this dragon,
They are treated like deities of the area.
but were they ever reach that in the local area? So not even like they have a grand cult following across the realm. Just in this local area,
They
have
are
a small
local.
cult.
They are deemed essentially as local deities. That doesn't
Okay.
necessarily mean that they are.
Yes.
It's kind of just like fairy tales. Fairy creatures are not gods, but they are powerful enough to be beholden as them.
So yes, we probably don't want her getting, because here's the thing. She'll fight it and then she'll realize, oh, we can't kill this thing. And then what's she do? Does she
What
come
does
back
she
here
do?
and try to
Finish
kill
your
it
thought.
again? Does she go insane every time she tries to fight it? I'd rather not take that risk. Let's just try to find the grandmother, get a lay of the land, because I think the grandmother's going to lead us straight to the temple.
I'm pretty sure the grandmother's like already in the temple, brother. I think the cult showing up
Probably.
and everyone
Pretty sure the
being
cult hasn't
forgetful
been
and the
dead yet.
grandmother being missing. I don't think those are separate entities. I think they're all one. So all I'm saying is either we can let her go do it, or we can just take an ally into the fight who is, while not a god, got ancient dragon powers.
Yeah, and if she goes insane during the fights, then it becomes, this 5v1
Is it going to be any
to
better
1v.
than me?
Wicked has
By that
sidled over
logic.
to this little sidebar.
By that
Actually,
logic, would you like me to sit out the fight then?
Actually,
No.
before
Because it would be the
Wicked-
same problem,
I
wouldn't it?
think Wicked's trying to say something.
Wicked's gonna pull out the Fortan idol. She's gonna take just like her knife, and she's gonna see if she can damage it.
You stab the knife, your knife glances off it and even sparks a little.
All right.
Impressive fire starter.
Just wanted to make sure that if she went in there, she wouldn't destroy the idol.
No, but he'll be buried in the rubble of the temple.
But
Yeah,
what's easier
also-
to sort through? Like 50 cultists and a fucking enormous being that if we look in the eye, we go mad, and one of us is default going mad, or
So-
rubble.
So you're saying you want to throw down with the cultists right now?
I'm not saying I
Let's
want to
just
throw
grab
down
them
with the
all.
cultists right now. I'm saying if she says our goals are the same and she's willing to fight the cult with us, why would we not take an ally? And if your concern is that she has elder dragon fucking powers, which I have. I'm a Hori here, so like somewhat
Yeah.
at least I'm presuming Tegan.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, which I have. Then if that's your worry, then logically I should sit out the fight as well.
With
No?
you, there is no other option. Like, one of us is going to go mad. Like, that's just
Yeah,
what
but
it is.
If
At the
we
very least, we can try to reason with you if you do go mad. And at the very least, you're probably the most protected of all of us if you do go mad, because you
wouldn't
are
she also
who you
therefore be
are.
similarly protected?
No, because she's nowhere
Oh,
near
dude,
your
no.
scale.
Yeah, but I'm not like a prevalent god any longer. I would have to imagine her and I are at a similar level now.
No.
It's not like I have
Even less.
worshippers.
Less so.
Yeah.
You have
People
one
believe in
follower.
her.
You have one follower, Ahura.
Yeah, people believe in her. Like I got you.
And that's
Wicked's
it.
aware of me, I think.
If I'm your
Um,
one follower, you're not going to have a great time.
Alright,
That's what I mean.
I
Like,
don't-
if I don't know, if we're talking about power scale, she's far stronger than I am.
Yeah, that's the point. Ahura, I don't know what you're getting. I don't know what you're not getting. If she goes mad, there is no stopping her. If you go mad, we can easily stop you.
Well,
You
easily.
weak little bitch.
eh.
Shank him.
Okay, no. Okay, I'll concede to that. If I go mad, I will enjoy watching you guys
Here,
stop me.
in fact,
That's cool.
hang on. Just because I know Dusty can't actually see it. What does it actually say? One shall become blessed with the sight of the mad prophet. So it may not even you go mad. It's just I don't know how you wouldn't go mad with the sight of a mad prophet. And this sight allows or bestows the gift of foresight to be blessed, driving them to conduct the summoning of the prophet. So if she gets it, she's going to be driven to summon this prophet, whereas as one of us gets it, we'll smash their kneecaps.
No, okay, that's
Right?
fine. No, it's fine. If you
Okay.
guys are under the impression that you'll just smash my kneecaps when I go mad, then I'm happy to pursue that. Whatever.
The feeling's
Yeah,
mutual, Feynman. My
regardless of
kneecaps
how you're
are open to be smashed.
regardless of how you're thinking right now, I'm pretty sure you're still just bound in Feynman right now. So
Do we?
I don't know
like
what that means. What?
I mean
What?
can you do anything as Ahura right now? Or are you just Ahura's mind in Feynman's body?
Oh, it's fine. We'll find out.
Do we
Well,
want to tell
okay,
this lady,
then
hey,
check.
listen, we'll help you kill the cult, but you cannot fight the big monster because it might drive you insane? We tell her that? I don't want to tell her about the book because I don't like telling anyone about the book.
Yeah, I feel like we are kind of leaving her out of an important conversation about her.
Okay, let's try to be vague, but also try to clue her in. Okay,
We need to
break. And I'll turn around to her.
break. End of session.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know how to go about approaching this. We would like to support you, but if I may be so bold, would like to make a request.
What is your request?
Uh, helping you find your grandmother, we're on board with that. Getting rid of the evil that plagues this land, we are also on board with that. We have a concern, though, that by prophecy we discover, whoever fights the evil that we're trying to kill,
The frog we were talking about.
yeah, the evil frog, it drives them mad to summon a ancient evil, and if you become infected with the madness, I don't think we would be able to stop you. But if one of us becomes infected, we can smash their kneecaps pretty easily. So we
All
would ask
right.
that
So,
you
What is it that you propose then, child of
let's
man?
enter the temple together. The only way to summon this evil is through a specific series of actions that we know that we
I
won't
hope you're
do.
not suggesting I go anywhere near that temple of crazy, cheerful
I
lunatics.
I thought you just said you were going to.
He
Oh,
literally said, "I'm going to
raising
raise it to the ground."
raising to the ground I can do
Oh.
from the air. I don't have to go amongst them. They are too cheerful, they
Mm,
sing a lot, and
yes,
they
they do.
smell weird.
Yes. I may actually have something to help with that. At least for us. We'll enter the temple, we'll try to find what's up, and go from there. I
Fine.
do you by chance have an Ethernet connector? I feel
A
stupid asking this.
what?
That answers my question. Never mind.
can I just ask a question here? How long you been
Shoot.
looking for your grandmother?
I arrived this morning.
Are you and I don't mean to be rude asking this. Are you sure you arrived this morning?
I thought you said a week ago.
Yes, I got word from my grandmother a week ago. But no, what?
Ah, fuck. Okay,
Oh,
wait, hang on. We need to brew some tea real quick.
yeah. Important thing. This frog thing that we were talking about. It's also referred to as a god of forgetfulness.
Well, that would explain all the animals, the trees. It's it is almost like the animals that I've seen just forget to stop breathing. The trees are falling over, forgetting to produce oxygen. Even the insects aren't breaking anything down.
Hmm. Let's have some tea real quick. We spoke to a group of people who came through here previously. They said the tea helped them keep clarity of mind. Maybe this will help.
Uh,
Uh,
Perhaps.
does anyone here have a
Wait a sec.
teapot?
Hold on. Can I see that tea?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll hand Wicked the tea leaves.
You pass Wicked the tea leaves. The
Can
package.
yeah. Can I identify these? What
Yeah,
are
we
they?
probably should identify before we drink, and you are right.
Yeah, Wicked, you do. It looks, I mean, it looks real familiar to you.
You guys get sold like fantasy crack.
You
Is this
realize that in amongst all of the spices and stuff that you see that do have that lovely cookie, gingerbread cookie kind of smell, there's kind of like a pasty, powdery substance. And as you sniff it, you start to realize that all of this gingerbread spice is mixed with dried goat's milk, but a substance that you know as baccaran.
which
background?
which does
Hold on. Give me a sec. Oh my. Oh, okay. Oh my.
Wicked brings out a straw and starts snorting.
man,
Oh,
I help these people get clean water and they give me drugs. Bunch of
yeah.
Do you wanna
dickheads.
Sounds like
tell do you
sounds
wanna
like he
tell
came out with a red
Habaru what
hot.
the drugs do, though?
Oh, this is baccaran.
What
It's
what is what is background?
it's a
Wicked?
hallucinogen.
Why? So are the nomads cultists just sitting outside?
No, this would probably help. It's just I'd have other effects.
Like like what?
Uh, well, you'd have it'd help protect your mind, but you'd also have trouble discerning what's real and what's not. If the
How does that protect your mind?
It is also a little addictive.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
In
We have
mechanical terms, it gives you advantage on wisdom checks and saves for 1d10 plus 15 minutes, but it gives you disadvantage on saving throws against illusions for 2d4 hours.
48 hours before Eris shows up. We need to be out of here before then.
She's here.
What? No, she isn't.
No, Eris, not Evereth. I don't think he explained that his, friend's aunt is called Eris.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Fuck. I don't want to drink this. Okay. Would
Then
would it
don't.
would would you like some tea, Everett?
Uh, I what is tea?
Seriously, you don't know what tea is? Okay, you know what? That's my bad. It's a flavored drink. You brew some leaves, or some people drink it cold because they're weirdos. But you brew some leaves, and it's a flavored drink.
I will drink your hot leaf water.
Yeah. Okay. How are we
Your
gonna brew
friend
this? Because
seemed
we don't have a teapot.
your friend seemed to think that it was beneficial,
It is.
but your
It'll,
reaction suggests that it is not beneficial.
It has side effects.
Oh,
it will help ward your mind against influencing. However, you might see things like illusions.
well, I was going to just leave the island until when I
Are
was going
you
to come back and tomorrow.
are you sure you would be able to leave?
I will simply fly.
How long have you been here? How many times have you gone back and forth between I'm going to leave and then you turn around to investigate because you just arrived?
Well, you are the first individuals I've met.
Oh, we should have asked if those guys got their memory back when they left.
They didn't. They knew they were
Th-
forgetting. That's why they left. I don't think they got those memories back.
Well, if you
Well,
have
yeah,
told me that I am forgetting, then perhaps it is best I leave now and I will be back tomorrow.
Okay. What is something we can say to you that if you do forget about us, that we can say to you that you can trust us, that we have
Uh,
spoken before?
Here, take this. And she takes off her emerald necklace and gives it to you. It was a gift from um, my mentor.
Oh. Hmm. Uh.
Okay,
Oh God, I
that
should give her that.
that works. I hope the next time we see you, everything is more clear. Um, we're gonna stay here,
Yes,
and we're
and
gonna try to get this solved.
if in need of help, um, just press it. It will activate and it will let me know that you need help. The light and power of Alia uh, is suffused through it. Feynman, roll me a history with advantage.
Oh.
Of
Double
course he did, yeah.
12. I mean, when you add it up, it's 24.
You got a 12. You didn't catch a good sight. You weren't really paying attention to her necklace until she handed it to Habaru, but at the mention of the name Alia, you feel a twinge of sadness, grief, and discomfort as a little whisper from the depths of your memory through the veil of Feynman comes up as you recognize it as the name of your eldest daughter.
Farmhand Feynman had a daughter?
Technically, Farmhand Feynman has 7 kids.
Peter Pan had kids.
Technically, Farmhand Feynman is muted.
He is.
I don't realize I was muted. I said, yeah, he was a bit of a player.
He was a very he found his wife very attractive, clearly. Um, fine. With your leave, I will leave. And
Oh, before you
unless
go,
you summon me, I will be back tomorrow.
here, something from us, and she'll give her one of the cookies.
Oh, thank you. You watch as she tucks it into a pocket, not really sure what it is.
Open it
Shady will
later.
just
You'll be
lean across
surprised.
to Shady will lean across to Fireman and go, She gave her one. Why didn't you get one?
It's her.
Katie,
And
Katie, the grade A instigator.
you watch as she takes a step back to give herself some distance between your cart and the horses and turns into this before spreading her wings and flying
Do we have
into
to
the
calm the
sky.
horses down?
Oh yeah, the horses freak out.
Stop.
And so, as you calm the horses down and you consider heading into the valley of you're not sure what to confront a cult that you are not sure about, but they have been referred to as insidious, cheerful, happy clappers. That's where we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will be back next Monday to find out exactly what's going to happen next and if they're going to die to a toad. So, with that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I hope you drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, look after yourselves, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.